What's up, everybody? It is Jason David Frank here. I actually had a pull on the side of the road to share some notes with you. I put some C's together, and maybe this can help you or maybe not. The first one is to always say, I can. I'm telling you, if you say, I can, something will register in your brain that you can do it. Sometimes people say, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. So always say, I can. I know it's simple, but watch yourself. Catch yourself say, oh no, I said I can't. So always say I can. Number 2 is confidence. Be confident. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in your product. And that's the other C, which is cockiness. Nobody likes a cocky person. Everybody loves a confident person. But don't catch yourself where you're too confident and all of a sudden you become cocky. So watch that C. Next one is compete. What does that mean, compete? My pastor told me a story and said that if everyone was in high school and the teacher said, hey guys, everyone is getting A's, would you try hard? Would you practice? Would you pass that test? Imagine this. In baseball, in football, every other sport, everyone's a winner. Everyone wins a world champion. Would you watch your sports on TV? No. So compete. But that does not mean compete with your neighbor, compete with your friend. It talks about yourself. Compete within. So don't compare yourself to other people, which is the next one, compare. So if you're competing, then it starts turning into comparing. And then you're like, well, you know, he drives this or she drives that and I don't. And you're comparing yourself to their life. Be you. You know what I mean? So number 1, if you're competing, then you're comparing. Takes away focus on you. So focus on yourself and believe in yourself. All right. The next one is to celebrate. Celebrate. Not just celebrate your victories. Celebrate your friends' victories. Celebrate that they got a new job. Celebrate that they got a movie. Just celebrate. Celebrate for yourself, but be happy for other people and celebrate their victories. I see so many times that people are so into themselves, they're competing, they're comparing, and then they're not celebrating for their friends because they're maybe a little jealous, a little envy. So remember to celebrate not just you, but other people. Creative. Be creative. People always ask, how do you come up with content, which is another C? How do you come up with content on your channel? I just be me. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about anything else. What I care about is reaching you guys. Am I making a difference in life? So remember to be creative. Come up with creative things. Be creative in your job. Be creative in your relationship. Circumstances. I hear this so much. Yeah, but you don't understand my circumstances. Look, we've all been there. You guys have no clue what I've been through. You have no clue what I'm going through. You have no clue what that person next to you is going through. We all have circumstances. But it's up to you in order to succeed, which goes all the way back to the top. I can. If you say, I can't change my circumstances, then you can't. But if you say, I can, you can change your circumstances. C, which is the circle. Who are you surrounded by? Who are your friends? Who are your mentors? These are things that you have to understand. You are who you hang out with. So that circle of people, you need to make sure in that circle that those people are going where you're going. Because what happens is, the next C, crabs try to pull you down. You're in the bucket, right? And when a crab comes out of a bucket, what does the other crab do? The other crab grabs them and tries to pull them down. Are people pulling you down from where you need to be? So remember, all these C's come to I can and be confident, because I truly believe in what you guys do and I believe you're going to make a difference. So I want you to guys be yourself. Just be who God's intended for you to be, and you will make a difference in the planet, and you will make a difference in your relationships, your friends, and who knows, maybe I'll see you on TV one day. All right, guys, all the best. Fall. It's been a while since I wrote. I'm sure at times everyone has moped. But this ain't me. I don't want to go back to where I was. All I could do is pray and hope, shake it off. But when I do, my mind says, nope. I mean, how do I deal with this? How do I even cope? I don't want to slide, but it is a slippery slope. I'm struggling, I'm grabbing, I slip because I missed the rope. My emotions are overflowing like a waterfall. The words I speak are positive. Well, at least I think they are. Overall, with stress occurring regularly, it's too fast. It's a hand side. Emotions are throwing like a curveball. But how can you even breathe when the air feels like ethanol? I mean, I want to fight back my mind. I want to brawl, but when I punch, I'm on the ground. I mean, I see the takedown. I begin to sprawl, but I miss. All I can do is crawl. Then I disappear. I'm gone. And it's just me staring at the ceiling wall. I mean, people can see my pain. You can see it in my eyeball. The sun would shine, but the darkness moves in, becomes a rainfall. I'm all over the place, like a human pinball. So I delay and I begin to stall. Please, God, take my hand before I...
Whoa, how's everybody doing? Woo, woo, woo. Hope everyone is doing good. I did not have sufficient time to prep. I'll take the look, but we gonna get through it. Hopefully everyone's doing good tonight. This is going to be a very, very hard stream. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. If you a juicer in here, this is going to be a way different type of stream. Like, look, if you a juicer, you saw this, you saw the hammer, and you saw my daughter guitar last time. Like, we was having fun. We was doing good, and this is going to be a little different. And to be honest, I really don't want to do it. But I started something, and I'm going to finish. And that's just what we going to do. If we have to get through some commercial breaks, we going to have to get through some commercial breaks. It was some stuff that I didn't get to touch on last JDF stream, but we are going to get to that. We're going to get to it. What else? Hopefully everybody been doing good. All right. So what are we talking about today? The Toxicology Report. And let's see how many people saw it. So we got 130 votes and 25% of y'all saw it. So what that tells me is about 25% of y'all are in this group that was created by a troll, which is good. So 75% of y'all, it's going to be brand new. Now, I got the fortune of having the entire Toxicology Report and Pathology Report. So I don't know if that's in that troll group or not, but shout out to the troll group. If you look at the creator of this troll group, right, and you scroll all the way back to the first picture that troll group creator posted, which I believe was in 2012. You will see it. It's the same picture that's been posted throughout the years through 2023 with like 1 or 0 likes. So shout out to all the trolls in here. I should do a poll, but I see y'all in here. You know, I got people who be messaging me screenshots because they in the troll group just doing recon. I did have I had a conversation with the lead troll up in there, and then she kicked me out because that group is more so feelings over facts. But shout out to my mods. Some of the mods have probably seen this already, but let's get into it. Let's not delay. My energy a little down. Just a hair, because today is my daughter's birthday. Shout out to her. So what I do today with my daughter? We went out. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm not invited to the official birthday party for whatever reason. So I threw my own birthday party with my sister, my grandmother, and mother. Yes, my daughter is an Aquarius. And we had a good time. We went out, we played some games. We built the bear. You know, for all you guys who got little kids that's in Build-A-Bear, the price of the bear is your kid's birthday. So I got a bear for $3, but it wasn't $3. That's just the price of the bear. You know, they get you on the accessories. So they got me for a little something, but it's all good. You know, it's all for my daughter. So we did that. Yeah, y'all want to be doing the robot voice in honor of my daughter. I can do the robot voice. So we did that. We played some games. We rode a train. We came back. My sister, grandmother, mother, friends, all, you know, the people in my immediate circle. We shared some gifts and we had some birthdays. We had a quick birthday, and at 3 p.m. promptly, I had to relinquish her to her grandmother to take her to her mom's. And of course, I was supposed to get I talk to my daughter every night, but since her mom showed up early to try to snatch my daughter, I was like, we still got about 20 more minutes left. So in 20 more minutes, I'll bring her outside to you. So this is the first look, JDF was alienated from his kid, and no doubt that my daughter was like, "Hey, daddy, are you going to be at my birthday party?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm going to see what I can do." But the reality is I will not be there. So shout out to my daughter. And so I'm already like, it's a tough day already, but work is work and we got to get to it. So I'm a man of my word. If most of you haven't noticed, as people who gave me confidential information, no one can ever come out and say that they gave me confidential information and they told me not to release and I released it. So there's that. A lot of people can say a lot of different things about me, but no one can call me a liar. If someone was to call me a liar, I would be really impressed. But anyway, it's tough already. It's tough already because I've seen the report, so it's like I've read the report. I did like a quick analysis of the report, and it's bad. And to be fair, to his widow, I did not have this report available to me when I went through the interview with her. Because had I did, it would have been a way different line of questioning with, everything that was in his system at the time. But anyway, so shout out to the juicers. If you're a juicer in here, I did get the new latest and greatest court document. Nothing too major. I'll keep clipping up my live streams for the juicers to give y'all some information about that divorce case. Like JDF fans, I'm telling you, that divorce is the wildest thing ever. And shout out to, we got what it looks like about 16,000 people in the chat. I appreciate all y'all for being here for JDF because it's a different type of tone. So if you're a juicer, it's going to be a little mellow, a little bit mellow today, a little bit doom and gloom. So if you're in good spirits, you might want to leave now. So all right, so who am I? If you happen to be new here, I am Henry Resilient. I am a former investigator turned content creator, and I did investigations for about 8 years. After 5, I got promoted. I was really good. I was the money man. If my company wanted money from someone, they sent me. Or if you wanted money from my company, they sent me. I was the money guy. I was the guy that can get down to the facts, and that's what I did. After 5 years, I got so good, I started teaching other people how to do it. I mean, I think I was good out the gate though, but that's neither here nor there. People who've been here a while, that my boss. You guys know my boss. You know what my boss looks like. Maybe we'll see my boss later in the stream to kind of like lighten it up, man, because it's only one thing I could be light about during the whole toxicology report. So I'm going to have to save that to lighten the mood. But anywho, like I said, I was a former investigator. I am not a doctor. Okay, so people like, he's not a doctor, he shouldn't be going over this. I got my haters, and I got some real haters, guys. If you want to be a content creator, you're going to have to deal with a certain level of hate. Okay, and when I tell you the hate, like, people are like, not only are they coming at me, someone literally came at my daughter in the hate. And I'm just like, what? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like, so imagine me on my daughter's birthday reading hate mail directed to me about my daughter. I'm telling you, like, this game is just wild. Like, anyway, and I don't hate nobody. I wish everyone well. Everyone well. I wish them success and health and all that good stuff. I have no enemies. So even my haters, I'm like, you a hater, but I still hope that you find peace in whatever hate you got. So like I said, I am not a doctor, but in looking at this report, I did consult with some people. I did consult with a doctor. I did consult with some people with some medical background. I did consult with a person with a law enforcement background. And the law enforcement background was a little bit more telling than I would say the doctor, because the law enforcement background, they pointed out something that I never would have known when I got my hands on this report. But I want to start it off with, last time we talked about self-deletion contagion. But let me do one thing first. Let me let you guys know that, one, I'm still looking for a timestamp editor. So if you're interested in working for the Henry Resilient Show or whatever, shoot me an email. I'll be, happy to look over your work and see if we can work out something. I do have a shorts editor now, but this content ain't for shorts. So, but if you even if you want to, you just like, hey, look, I know you got a shorts editor, but here are my shorts. Hey, look, I'm always looking for a better deal. And my shorts editor know that, but it is what it is. I do have a locals now. So like, I know a lot of people want to say, hey, you should do whatchamacallit. You should do other investigations. Okay, great. If you want to send me an investigation, join my locals. It's free. It's 100% free. And then you can just post a story. You could post a YouTube video. You can say, hey, look at this, or here's this story. You could do whatever you could send me a message on local, so you don't have to go through sending me an email. And then you get your identity can always kind of be held secret. So also, if you want to contribute to this content, you can contribute via Cash App at $Henry Resilient. Or you can send a super chat and, ask your question or hate. I've seen people throw a shot at me via super chat. And of course, with super chats, I kind of have to read them out loud. So there's no getting around that. But before we get into the content, let me address my earlier contributors of the show, starting with the lovely Robin, who hopefully she takes my advice and pursue a career in law. What she say? Like the stream. Shout out to you, Robin. I appreciate that. I think we had a couple more guys. And I'm waiting on a call from my daughter. You think my daughter's going to call? Like, you think that her mom is going to have her call me on their birthday? Probably.
Nope.
Anyway, so I deal with that. Nat HR said, RIP JDF. Green heart, red heart, black heart, gold heart, to symbolize all the Rangers he did. Okay. And I think it was one more person, and then we're going to get into today's content. It's heavy. It's really heavy because I'm about to bring out another bombshell. Shout out to my man Dust Productions, said, you got this. Yeah, man. I think I sent Dust the whole thing. Dust got the whole thing. So typically the mods, they get a little heads up, guys. They get a heads up. And remember, guys, we want to keep it respectful of all parties. I know we got some people here who have chosen sides per se. But if you want to super chat, you click the money sign in the chat and then you type whatever amount you want, and then you can click send and it'll be a super chat. But shout out to Dust Productions because he is the sponsor of today's show. And what Robin, look at Robin coming through again. We love you, Henry. You got this. Like the stream. Oh, thank you, Robin. And shout out to Rob. Robin is so sweet. She's such a sweet soul. And I would love to see like Robin 5 years from now. So when she's like some vicious attorney or behind the scenes drafting up some vicious paperwork, because she got the language background. I talked to Robin a little bit here and there when she slides to my DMs. All professional, all JDF stuff, all career related, of course. And let me put some respect on Dust's name, and then we're gonna get into the content. And first, I'm gonna show you, like, y'all didn't know who Todd Carroll was, right? What if I told you there was one more person that came to light? And before we get into that one person, I got a cool JDF story, if you don't mind me sharing. I'm gonna share it. This person told me I could share it, and I'm gonna share it. So let me put some respect on Dust Productions' name. And then we gonna get into the show. And then when we get to the doom and gloom stuff, if you leave when I start reading the Toxicology Report and Pathology Report, I will not feel any type of way. Yes, there is another loss for him. Dust Productions. There is another loss. And this loss, oh man, like when you see the timeline, because I updated the timeline, And when you see the loss, it's going to make way more sense. You're going to be like, God damn, how the hell did he live? I don't know either. Shout out to Petty AF. Long live JDF, the GOAT. Yeah, he is everyone's. Hold on, guys. This is my daughter calling. Give me a second. Hi, baby. Hi. You good? Did you have a good day? Yes? Yes. All right. Look, Daddy working. I love you. Love you. Have a great night. Everybody came here. Everybody left. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I'll talk to you later, baby. Yeah, you had a princess party. Yeah. Yep. All right, Daddy got to go, baby. Hit the button. Maribel came to see me. Maribel came to see you? Yeah. Oh, wow. This is so cool. That's so cool. All right. She read a book too. All right, we got to go commercial. All right. All right, baby. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. Sorry, guys. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Shit.
It is JDF. Listen, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I just pushed record, so I'm going to speak from the heart. I think today we're going to talk about being yourself and being you. And the hardest thing to do is to be transparent. I think, for me at least, I was always stuck in this world way back in the days, growing up as a kid, of not saying no or being the yes man. But you know what transparency is all about? Is getting down to the bottom of the problem. If you have an issue with someone, honestly, the best thing to do is just go and talk to that person, confront that person, not confrontation. There's a difference. Just confront, be transparent, and ask them, hey, instead of all the gossiping and all of this and all of that, is there an issue that we're having, or is there a problem? And then you can work it out. So sometimes I think people aren't transparent. And I know we all have to wear a mask in life. I know that. I get it, because you can't say how's your day gone? You're going to be like, my day's crap. How's your day? I get it. We all have a mask. But at least being transparent and being a man of your word. Those two things, I think, will make you the toughest, biggest, baddest man or woman on the planet.
All right, I am back. Woo, it get a little tough. Y'all get to see parental alienation and the impact it has on people in real time. But anyway, sorry about that, y'all. It's her birthday. She had a great birthday. I wasn't there, so it's okay. The goal is for her to have a good birthday. Shout out to Winter Light, says, much respect for you, Henry. Condolences to JDF family. We will always love you, Jason. So, right, since we go keep it a little lighter before we get into this. Anyway, so I received an email from someone, and I'm not gonna put the email up, but I'm just gonna read it. So just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. Bear with me. All right. So this person, even though they said I could say their name, I planned on doing it. If you hear it in the chat, if you say something, I'll highlight it. But they like an hour behind. So anyway, he says, I have a funny Jason story. In 2008, I was doing security for him at Anime Central. I had to escort him to the restroom. As I was leaving out, I said, bro, you look huge. This was when Jason was pursuing an MMA career, and he added 20 pounds of muscle. Jason leaned in and said, hey, bro, you wasn't checking me out in the bathroom, were you? I said, hell no, I don't get down like that. He started laughing, and I mean, he gave me the Tommy laugh. Then he tapped me on the shoulder and said, come on, bro, let's go. Anyway, yeah, boy.
You dig, bro.
Yeah, I be digging. So like think about this. This was someone who was working for security for him, and they just reached out to me. Now, look, this person was like, I thought you was a fucking clout chaser. I said, why are you covering Jason? And I'm like, bro, It's something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about it. You know, this is a passion product. So if you're a juicer in here, Jason David Frank is the Green Ranger. The Green Ranger is right here. I'll show you guys. I'll show you. This is, if you're a juicer, this is the Green Ranger. All right, for all my juicers in here who just rocking with me to rock with me, not just because I was covering XQC's divorce. All right, so that was my cool JDF story. All right, and there is this article I want to show that, you know, remember I cut the Francis interview. I cut the article short. I cut it short, and sorry, this daughter stuff is triggering the fuck out of me. I cut it short because why did I cut it short? Oh, because she had her son. Her son was being watched, and shit. I'm losing my train of thought. Like, holy crap. Anyway, she had to go because her son was being watched. Let me get this on the screen. Where is it? All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna get this on the screen. And since this is just the JDF crew, like normally, when I got the juicers, when I'm covering the juicers, man, I'll be having like 2,000-3,000 up in here, man. So I appreciate the 200 because when it's 200, y'all, I feel like a little less pressure. But you guys remember this. You guys remember this article, self-deletion contagion. We went over through it, but we didn't get to like, we didn't get to the point where the things that we need to do to help it stop spreading, because we know that he lost Todd Carroll, he lost his brother, he lost Shayla, he lost the Hobson brothers, who are all like best friends to him, and a daughter. And I just want to put the important part up that we didn't get to because I had to cut it to get to France's interview. All right, so we know it's contagious. Once one person does it, then it can trigger in a family. And like I said, I pointed out that everyone has in the JDF family is suffering from thoughts of self-deletion. Everyone, there's not a person that has been impacted by JDF that like. Here's one. The social learning can lead to copycat self-deletions, which we know he copied off Todd, and Erik copied off Todd, but there was someone else after Erik who did it. And let's see how we can, did we get to how we can prevent it? Media coverages increases the rate. So like you could potentially say, well, Henry, you're covering self-deletion, you could be increasing. I potentially can, but I'm hoping I also bring awareness to, you know, for the men out there who typically don't get help, to go get help. If you're going through something, you don't, know how to handle it, talk to somebody. You can even reach out to me, and I've entertained plenty of people's conversations that we're going through this. So how to prevent it, guys. This is what we can do. This is things that we could do to kind of prevent it. Okay, this is what we could do. Guidelines, blah 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 blah. Sorry. Although self-deletion contagion isn't well understood, what is known has helped scholars and healthcare professionals develop guidelines for preventing it. So this is what we could do once we know someone, once we've been exposed to a self-deletion. So self-deletion associated with the media reports of death has led several organizations to put together some guidelines. So these are guidelines, okay? So some of these guidelines includes keep reports factual and concise. So many people, we've discovered so many people have self-deleted. And let me, I don't like this right here. Sorry, guys, let me switch this up. Keep reports of self-deletion concise and accurate. What does that mean? What's happening is so many self-deletions have been, even Erik, oh, it was a heart illness. And then you talk to the family, and not one family member or close friend I speak to that's related to JDF said heart illness. They said, no, he hung himself. So to be clear, Erik Frank hung himself. Don't oversimplify the reason for self-deletion by pointing to a recent negative life event or stressors. And I've been guilty of this. I've said, hey, he did it because he was going through divorce. And then I look at his life. He was going through way more things than divorce. Divorce was the least of his worries. Financially, he was still going to be great with Tammie getting $1,500 a month and a $20,000 car. Remember, the house was his outright. So, and you think about that, right? I showed you guys the trust. He had put everything in the trust anyway. So I don't think the divorce was even going to be able to breach the trust. So don't oversimplify the reason for pointing out a singular event. It's rarely a singular event. It's always a combination of events. Even with my cousin, it was a culmination of events. Like just looking back on it, looking back at her life, things were not going as planned. And that's why she did it. Same thing with JDF's life. He was just battling with a lot of depression. And that night, that drug cocktail that he was on, you can probably infer that, hey, he wanted to go no matter what. And the hanging just sped up the process. We'll get to it. Don't describe the method the individual used to commit whatchamacallit. Now, this kind of contradicts the first one, where it says keep reports factual and concise, but don't describe the method. So I can see what they're saying, like, hey, don't put out that he hung himself and then more people hang themselves. Don't glamorize the individual or suggest that the self-deletion helped them achieve their goals, which JDF did. JDF did that with his brother. So I think we got the wrong overlay up, but it's okay. Provide information about self-deletion prevention and hotlines and avenues for those helping. So let's put up that banner because I put this up pretty much every JDF stream. Okay. Every stream that gets put out. Provide information, which is out there it's on the stream. While these guidelines are voluntary, there is some evidence that they can help. For example, when Kurt Cobain, the singer of Nirvana, he put a shotgun in his mouth. The news report in Seattle, where he lived and his career started, emphasized mental health treatment and self-deletion prevention, as well as pain loss causing his family. So, like, you see, I know they wanted to blame his girlfriend or whatever at the time. People told me look into it. In the months after Cobain's self-deletions decreased in Seattle area, while cause of self-deletion prevention hotlines increased. So basically, as a result, the media said, hey, we know that he's gone. We need to make everyone aware that these hotlines exist. These aren't yet guidelines for fictional depictions of self-deletion, but scholars suggest that those creating fictional accounts should use similar strategies as those outlined in the guidelines for media reports. These include refraining from showing the actual self-deletion and including the hotline. That is actually pretty good for parents, teachers, and other community members. When children are exposed to self-deletion, parents and other caregivers can help minimize the risk of self-deletion in a number of ways. Talk to your children. Look. And children are crafty, so you could talk to them till you blue in the face, and then, like my cousin, she would, she would go in the room and she'll still put the bullet through her chest. Sometimes when people want to go, they want to go. Instead of parents and other caregivers should check in regularly with their children. So basically just reiterating, talk to children, self-deletion programs in school, mental health professionals for kids, and a word from Very Well. Discussions around self-deletion is still stigmatized, like people don't want to talk about it. However, these conversations are necessary so that people feel less shame and guilt if they express that they're having these thoughts. So we got to normalize people talking about self-deletion. And these thoughts are not uncommon. So a lot of people have them. Like, don't think it's just people who've experienced it. People with people of all incomes and socioeconomic statuses have these thoughts. As you see, like JDF, like he had way more money than me and probably a way better life than me, but yet he still decided to take his life. And we all deserve to feel loved, supported, and safe. So even people who've come to me with stories, I've never made fun of you guys. I mean, if I did, put me on blast. put me on blast. So I saw we had some more contributors to the show. Let me acknowledge the contributors, and then we're going to get into another person who was close to him, a timeline update, and then we're going to go straight into the toxicology. So what does Chanzo Tambuzi say? Hang in there, sir. You got this. Ain't nothing wrong with a little cry. She loves you. Oh gosh. All right, come on, man. Don't mention my daughter. I appreciate it though. All right. I appreciate the donation. But it is triggering. Like, Intensify says, hi, Green Ranger. It's the Power Rangers 30th special. Do you know if Hasbro needs permission from JDF's estate to reuse old audio of Tammie in the show? Old audio? No. Nope. Any old audio or image? No. If they were that's a great question. Old audio for sure, no. What about a new image of them? That would be a great question. But I don't think they'll take the risk of you doing anything that would basically trigger his estate to sue. And if they did, shit, if I'm Tammie, I'm suing the fuck out of Hasbro, because we know the Rangers were underpaid. We know they was, and we know he turned down the 30th special. So based on my sources, he will not be in the 30th special. All right. And keep it respectful. You know, my mods, they know all this stuff. So all they doing is just reading y'all messages. But shout out to you, Intensify, who is the new sponsor of the show, with that great question. All right, guys, this is the part. Let me put some respect on Intensified's name. If you want to leave now, this is the part where you can dip out and you won't be triggered too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be okay. You won't be triggered, because we about to talk about some doom and gloom. We about to talk about another person, and then we're gonna look at the timeline. Then we get into the toxicology report intensified. All right. So, oh man, I didn't do it. Sorry guys. Today is an off day for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm normally sharper than this, but today intensified. I am a little emotional, and normally I'm never emotional. I'm stoic. I'm like Batman out here. And Dust Production said, no, I'm going to sponsor the show today. So normally I'm stoic, but it's hard. It's hard. Like, just to get off this, right? I'll tell you guys, I feel like we family. I feel like y'all know me a little bit. I feel like you do. This parental alienation, right? You getting to see it impact me in real time. So think about all the birthdays that JDF missed. Think about that. Thank you, Sean McAllister. Love your work. I appreciate that, man, because so many people hate my works. You know, one guy who hate my work, you know him.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
And you know, remember when he came in, he was like,
what is going on?
And shout out to Tony. Tony probably watching right now, to be honest. I think Tony is watching right now. Maybe I'll drop the link if Tony wants some redemption, but I don't think it would be wise to come up. But I'll drop the link at the end for Tony. Do y'all want to see another Tony appearance? Do y'all want to see Tony back on the street? Do you think Tommy Fury will put out this Jake Paul fight? Look at him coming in hot. No, Tommy Fury is going to get knocked out. Bet on Jake Paul. I'm telling you guys, bet on Jake Paul. Bet on Jake Paul. And thank you, Dust Productions, for sponsoring the show. All right, guys, let's get into the timeline. Let me show you the timeline. Not that stream. I updated it right here. Yep. All right. So here we go right here. We're going to add it to stream. I'll make this part a little bigger for you guys to see. I'll make it a little bigger. All right. So this is all. I should just highlight this and make it red. I should just make this all red, right? I got to make it smaller. You look, you know, there we go. We're going to make it red because this is all death. This is all death right here. And you're probably going to see a new name. And if you got your Google, you probably like Bougie Cat, because I didn't tell the mods about this because this just came in hot today. This came in hot. And I'll go over here because there's some images I want to show you guys about JDF and what he was experiencing. but let's here. Someone said, "Where's his brother?" This is Erik. Erik right here. All right. Let me go right here, and we into it. So we have April. Oh, I got to add someone else. May 2001. Todd Carroll. That's how you know I'm off, guys. That's how you know I'm off. All right, so you got Todd. This is for the new people. This is for the shout out to everyone in that silly Facebook group. You know who you are. Todd Carroll, which they had no knowledge of. Todd Carroll, he hung himself. And then and that was not in May, that was in March. Sorry, that was in March 2001. That triggered Erik to hang himself. And then 10 years later, you got Casey Hobson. And if you don't know who Casey Hobson is, like, look at me. You know, guys, I'd be doing research. And shout out to the person who sent me some great pictures. And did I put them all in? I did not. So this is Erik and Jason David Frank brothers. And what's really sad is, one, that they're both gone. And number two, this is him missing his brother. Remember, he posted for his brother every year, twice a year, on his birthday and his death anniversary. All right. And here is Todd. Here's Todd Carroll. For all you guys don't know, Todd is the guy with the long hair, not wearing a bandana, and next to Jason, that's Todd. And then over there are the three amigos who basically all ended their life the same way. So you have those. Then you have the Casey brothers. And remember, Casey took his life, the younger one on the left, the shorter one took his life April 29th, 2019, or April 29th, 2011. And then his brother took his life the same day in 2013. The same exact day, 2013, but he put a bullet through his head. And we can get off them. And then you have his mother, who died of cancer. And then you had Shayla. But who is Steve Lavellee? Does anyone know who Steve Lavellee is? Anyone? I see y'all having like some separate conversation in the chat. This always happens. I'm putting out good information, but anyway. So Steve Lavellee, right? Before we get into him, you know how JDF, has his studio that's franchised, and you can either go to the one in California or the ones in Texas or someone else. Basically, that model is not new per se. It was mimicked from Steve Lavellee. And what Steve Lavellee did was, he was a black belt, I believe, and he would give motivational speeches and teach martial arts. Who does that have in common with? None other than our hero, Jason David Frank, who would give motivational speeches and teach martial arts. Okay. So if you go back and you're like, well, who the hell is Steve Lavellee? Like, get to it, Henry. I'm like, okay. Hold on. This is the guy right here. He would whoop he'll probably beat up Jason, in all honesty. But there he goes right there. I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Nope. It always do that. But anyway, here's a better picture. It's the same picture. Here is him. And what happened to his life? There was some allegations coming out, and he decided to end his life. And, I'm not going to touch on the allegations because technically he was never charged. But he was never convicted. He was about to get charged, and he hung himself. He had a family, and he did it in the doorway, I believe, of his home. And here's a little tribute to, if you guys don't know him, like, he was the man back in the day. Back in the day, this was
about 10 years ago. I was thinking about that quote, when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive.
all right. we don't need to play that. I mean, you want to see him just like go through his karate and just decimate people. It's really hard though, like watching this stuff because at the same time, like this guy is gone. Like, so we're looking at a ghost. When pretty much everyone I'm covering is a ghost. It's really hard. But anyway, with ease, but this was the guy. So this is just another list to his timeline. Another me showing you like, hey, this guy was, you know, Jason was going through a lot of death in a short amount of time. Like from March to June, all bad. All bad. But anyway, y'all ain't hear from that. Let me go through the chat. Let's get into, let me pull up the toxicology report. Well, we're going to do pathology first. We're going to do the pathology first. This is the pathology report. Let me check the chat. Let me clear the chat. See how, what are y'all talking about? So how many people seen it? Jesus, we got 250 votes and only 17% of y'all are from that troll group. That's wild. I thought the yeses would be a lot higher because the trolls, I'm like one of their favorite people they like to talk about, but I appreciate the trolls. And wow, so since it's 17% of y'all in here, that means for 83% of y'all, it's going to be new stuff. All right. And I see we got some people on Twitch. Yeah, I am on Twitch, guys. If you're on Twitch, I don't think I got anyone on Twitch because normally when I had XQC stuff, I probably will have like 1,000 people on Twitch and a lot of people on YouTube. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, shout out to everyone on. If you're on Twitch, just you can put that XQCL up in the chat. I appreciate that. All right, so this is the pathology report. This is legit. So you like, is this legit, Henry? I'm like, it is legit. Now, did I try to get it? Absolutely. Was I successful in getting it? Hell no, I was not. And they're not putting this out in the news media because no one really cares about JDF. No one really cares about JDF. And shout out to Chanzo to Boozy. Sorry about mentioning your daughter. It's sorry, man. I'm just emotional. Not that it, look, people could mention people hate on my daughter. But today it's like, it's just like when you said that, it just triggered. I get emotional. That's literally the only thing or person that could really get me an emotional is my daughter. Everyone else, I'm just like, oh. Someone said your wife left you. I don't care. She didn't leave. But anyway, someone said you poor. I don't care. Someone said I'm black. I don't care. Someone said I'm ugly. I don't care. I just be like, all right, whatever. Someone said my hairline looked like Tetris. I was like, I don't care about that one. But then he was like, hey man, and actually the message you sent me was like positive for my daughter. And you're just like, why you mention her, man? You see, I'm like, my eyes are a little red, guys. Because I got allergies, because I don't got no tear ducts. I don't cry. Don't forget, JDF used to talk about how the death of the Yellow Ranger affected him. Yes, the Yellow Ranger. He didn't go to her funeral. Fun fact. He did not go to her funeral, not because he didn't like her or anything, but I think he was dealing with the loss of his brother. And when you're dealing with loss, you can't go to back-to-back funerals, man. Like, remember, he buried Todd, then he buried his brother, and he man, thank you for the super set, Chanzo. Now you got me on. Let's go on a little tangent right quick. So the Hobson brothers, right? You guys remember them? That's their gravestone. He wrote this poem. Like, I believe he wrote this. Don't stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in a circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. That's just a poem from JDF. But anyway, I appreciate that super chat, man. And I don't, I appreciate it, man. I just got emotional because I'm like, just the fact that she had this birthday party and I wasn't there. Like, I've been at all of them. And guess what? Guess who paid for it? My child support and alimony. But anyway, let's get into the pathology report. This is how it happened. Difference between pathology and toxicology. Toxicology is what's in his blood. Pathology is going to give you how it happened. This is where you should walk away. And like, let's put the banner up because this is serious stuff. Let's put the banner up. I see we have about 240 people, or 240,000, or 24,000, as I would say. We're going to do a little public service announcement for the men and women if you want to talk. And then we're going to get into this pathology report because 83% of y'all, it's new. And I have the complete report. I have how he did it. Okay. How he did it. I see Brent there. Shout out to Brent. If I drop the link, Brent gonna ask to come up. But anyway, let's do this little PSA for the men, like the stream, and then we're gonna get into the pathology report.
I woke up on Friday morning at 4 a.m. to a message that one of my friends back home had killed himself. This was 5 hours before me weigh-in. So Ricky, lad, that's for you. But there's a stigma in this world that men can't talk. Listen, if you're a man and you've got weight on your shoulders and you think the only way you can solve this by killing yourself, please speak to someone. Speak to anyone. People would rather, I know I'd rather me mate cry on my shoulder than go to his funeral next week. So please, let's get rid of this stigma and men start talking.
That's right. Men, start talking. Please talk. All right. So this is the pathology report of Jason David Frank. We see that he was 49 years old. His date of death is November 19th, 2022. Anyway. All right, so pathological findings. Hanging. He was found hanging by a power cord of a hairdryer in the bathroom of a hotel room per investigative information. Per investigative information is the information shared from the detectives to the medical examiner. Circumferential ligature furrow around the neck. Look, I ain't a doctor, guys. I am not a doctor. I'm not even going to guess what that is. Petechio hemorrhages of the bulbar in palpebral conjunctive. This is all medical talk. And the things around the neck, I'm guessing that's like the welts or something around the neck. I could be wrong. Remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just a former investigator and someone. Look, this is what happened, right? I'll tell you exactly what happened. When the report leaked, it was just the first page of the toxicology report. And they're like, oh, I got the whole thing. Someone was like, I got the whole thing. And I'm like, you got the whole thing? Send it to me. So they sent me what they thought was the whole thing. And instantly I was able to shoot it down. I'm like, okay, why is the work order number different than that? Why is look at this, right? You're not going to see it up here, but you're going to see it on the next page. It would be like 1 of 7. And then they'll send me, here's pages 2, 3, and 4. And it'd be like 2 of 4, 3 of 4, 4 and 4. And I'm like, dude, this ain't the real thing. Like, oh, you're right. It ain't. And I'm like, come on. Look, I may not be a medical examiner, but when you're an investigator, you have to be, you have to pay attention to detail. Okay. I have a science degree, right? And that's my bachelor's is in science. And I am very detail oriented. That's like when I prep these streams, I'm winging them for the most part, guys. I'm just talking off the cuff, but my talking points are kind of prepped, like you seen the prep work or whatever, but that's just what it is. So when people were sending me this, and when I say people, I'm talking like at least 5 people sent me what they thought was a full report. And I'm like, well, this is just page 1. This is missing the certain key elements. And I'm just like, this ain't the real thing, guys. And it was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do some more digging. And then the person who leaked it, I suspect they reached out to me and they gave me the whole thing. They said, hey, you covered JDF respectfully, and I want to give this to you. And then I had about an hour-long conversation and a lot of messages back and forth with this individual, who we should all be appreciative of for for trusting me not to come up here and just you can be reckless with information. That's just a thing. Like, you could be very reckless with information. Even when I was working as an investigator and I found out this company was getting away with not paying my company over $100,000 a year. I could have easily been reckless with it and just went to the medium like, hey, I found this, and I'd have been out of a job, and the companies too would have been beefing. But you got to be tactful with it. So I had this report for, I don't know, a couple days, 3 days, 4 days, or whatever. But I had to do some research on it and all that good stuff. So Jason David Frank, this is the Pathology Report. If you just got here, 49, November 19th. 9 o'clock is the time it was done by. You got the prosector is the person who basically did it. This is the person who's looking over his body, not the person who's testing the blood. Okay, there should always be two different people, not the same person. Okay, so pathological findings. He was found hanging by a power cord of a hairdryer in the bathroom of a hotel room per investigative information. That's the information that the detectives gave the medical staff. We saw he got the circumferential ligature furrow around the neck, which I could have Googled this, but I'm telling you, the prep time I've been a mess today. Here we go. Highlighted: history of depression, history of anxiety, history of bipolar disorder. Okay. Now we got hypertensive cardiovascular disease, heart weight 510 grams with left ventricular hypertrophy. And you're like, what the hell is left ventricular hypertrophy? This is what will cause you to snore. It will cause you to snore very bad. And even the person that I was speaking to, they suffer from the same thing, but they have a CPAP machine. Cause of death: hanging, self-deletion, aka not Tammie for that idiot moronic Facebook group. Y'all make me sick. Oh gosh, I do. Y'all really do. Sorry, I'm getting out of character. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, this is the signature of the prosector. Okay, so this is the guy who's looking over his body. Cause of death: hanging. Manner of death: suicide. Okay. That's right. No black belt. It was a cord from a whatchamacallit. Now, here is the second page. This is where, like, if you see it was blacked out is the case number. People are like, oh, I got it. And they were sending me the second page. I'm like, yo, the case number is different. This ain't it. So it'd be like a lot of fake information out there. Okay, so we know he expired in Fort Bend County. External examination. Okay. This is, look, guys, if you want to leave, because this gets dark. When first viewed, the body is clad in black long sleeve shirt, black and gray camouflage printed underwear, and green socks. Oh man, he was just wearing his underwear and socks. Green socks, but shout out to the Green Ranger. A ligature consisting of a power cord is wrapped tightly around the neck. The power cord is attached to a hairdryer that is wrapped in a paper bag and will be described below. So there you go. Medications received with the body include, now this is, think about this. Medications received with the body include 1 bottle of trazodone, 2 bottles of hypercodone, acetaminophen, 1 bottle of clozapine, and 1 bottle of Paradigm, and 1 bottle of clonazepam. Okay. Now, y'all like, what the hell? How many medications did he have? That's a lot for one person to have, which it is. And the person with the the law enforcement background, he says, yo, Henry, that page is important. That sentence is important. The medications received with the body were those. Typically, they would say the medications prescribed, the medications that were found to him were prescribed to him, and these are it. So what happened is he had just bottles of random medication. And when you're going through depression, everyone has the tendency to, what's the word when you self-medicate? Self-medicate. And when you look up the combination of these medications, no doctor would ever prescribe this to one person. Because when you go to the pharmacy and you get in a pain pill or any like opioid, they look up to see what you're on. Okay. So what some people would do to beat that is go to different pharmacies, go to a different state, you know, make sure the network's not connected, go to a different doctor. And the doctors have to take you at your word. They're not going like, okay, look up, you know, he traveled a lot. Okay. So by him traveling a lot, he would have access to get different things from doctors. So it's easy to say, hey, I'm going to be in Florida, get treated for depression. And then you go to, you know, Tennessee or something. I'm just using random places, and you go seek treatment for depression. You go see a doctor. Hey, I'm depressed. I just need something to help me on the road. I used to take trazodone. Can you prescribe me some trazodone? Doctor is like, okay, sure. I can't, you know, look into your history, but I want to give you help. It could have been like that. I'm speculating. I'm not saying I know it happened like that, but that's possibly. Now the highlighted portions are all important. I'll speed through these less important parts just so we can cover it all. Because I see it's probably hard for you guys to read over here. The body is of a well-developed, overweight white man whose appearance is compatible with the stated age of 49. So he looks 49. The body is received as 71 inches long, 190 pounds. There's good preservation in the absence of embalming. So he wasn't embalmed. Rigor is absent. So he wasn't stiff. I don't know if you guys know what rigor mortis sets in when you're stiff. The body is cold subsequent to refrigeration. Liver is posterior on the lower extremities. The scalp and face are congested. The scalp and hair is brown. This is all, you know, hey, we're just looking over the body. The neck has injuries to be described below, which we want to know that, hey, the neck is injury is consistent with hanging. Evidence of injury. Here we go, guys, for that Facebook group. A ligature consisting of a power cord attached to the hair dryer labeled Andes 1875 watts is tightly wrapped around the neck. A piece is taped, is placed on the interior aspect of the cord, cut through and removed from the neck. The diameter is a noose in 5 inches and is created. Let's go to page 3. Now, here we go, page 3. Let me zoom in for you. By a single loop adjacent to the plug, the power cord is previously cut near the looped area adjacent to the handle of the hair dryer. The length of the power cord from the knot of the noose to the cut portion of the power cord adjacent to the hair dryer is 38 inches. So it's 38 inches from his neck to the cord. Like I said, guys, this is some heavy stuff. Okay. It ain't gonna be super easy to get through all this. This is more right here. This part that I'm kind of just skipping through is more stuff around the neck. All right. And Bougie, you don't have to entertain the trolls in the chat. But let's make sure I got everything. I don't want to skip nothing important. The furrow fork. This is basically everything around his neck. And I really don't want to go into it, guys. Like, he hung himself, guys. He hung himself. That's more neck stuff. More neck stuff. So internal examination. The thoracic and abdominal organs are in normal atomic positions. There are no adhesions or abnormal collections of fluid. So all his organs seem to be intact, guys. All right. The head, we don't care about the head. I mean, all right, let's go through the head. The scalp submacular area, the skull are unremarkable. Unremarkable is a fancy word that says nothing stand out. Like when I would do an investigation, I'd be like, no observations were made. There was nothing really to see. Everything was normal. So unremarkable is normal. The dural and the dural sinuses are unremarkable. The brain weighs 1540 grams. There are no epidural or subdural or subbarbachoid hemorrhages. These words are like big as hell. I can't read them, guys. The cerebral hemispheres are symmetrical and unremarkable. Gyro pattern, the cranial nerves and blood vessels are unremarkable. Sections through the cerebral hemispheres and brain stem are unremarkable. There are no hemorrhages in the deep white matter or basal ganglia. There is no blood in the cerebral ventricles. The spinal cord view from the cranial cavity is unremarkable. So look, with his head being unremarkable, there is no like head injuries. You know, he wasn't like beat and then he went and did that. This is for the idiotic Facebook group. So I know y'all got y'all narrative that, you know, no matter what I say, no matter what's read in this report, Tammie did it. But you know, I go with the facts. So anyway, next, see the evidence of injury. The hyoid bone of the laryngeal cartilages are intact. The lumen of the larynx is not obstructed. The soft tissues and the proverbial fascia are unremarkable. The cervical vertebrae are intact. Yeah, it is hard to read, guys. It is hard to read. I'm not lying. Cardiovascular system. The intimate surface of the abdominal aorta is free of atheros. I don't even know what that word is. The aorta and the major branches and the great veins are normally distributed. The height weighs 510 grams. The pericardium, the epicardium, and the endocardium are smooth. There are no thrombi or aorta ventricles. The pulmonary arteries contain no. Now look, we going page by page, guys. So if you were to clip this, you'd be like, okay, Henry got the whole goddamn report. And I intentionally did not leave anything out. Intentionally did not leave anything out, guys. I was like, let me keep it all in here for you, for the Facebook group, for my detractors, for my haters, the people that say I'm covering up stuff, or, you know, for all y'all. For all y'all, even the people who tell me,
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
you know, even the people who telling me
Certain things have to be kept private.
like, hey, keep this private. It's out there, man. Like I said, looks like what 16% of the people already saw this, so it ain't even new news to them. They just want to see me break it down. Basically, look, his body is fine. The respiratory system, the right lung weighs 800 grams, the left lung weighs 700, the upper airway is unobstructed, so there was nothing in his mouth or whatever, or like nothing was shoved down his throat to stop him from breathing. The laryngeal mucosa is smooth, the pleural surfaces are smooth and glistening. Like, who uses glistening? Oh my goodness, describe someone's lungs. Like, this is a guy who looks at dead bodies every day. Every day. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm looking at a couple dead bodies. The major bronchi are unremarkable. Section of the lungs discloses a mildly endomatous Look, this is all stuff I couldn't even tell y'all what it is. I'm looking for things that stand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking for anything I can be interpreted as foul play. But there is none, in my humble opinion. The liver weighs whatchamacallit. Okay, this is actually this is good. The liver weighs 2370 grams. The capsule's intact. The prechimia is chan. The gallbladder contains. Now here's what is impressive about this. The liver weighs this. The capsule is intact. So with the liver being intact, he congested a lot of pills, and we're gonna get to the pills. But they were not digested. And because the capsule is intact, that lets you know, hey, it's not digested. The spleen weighs that amount, 240 grams. The capsule is intact. The precharia is dark and unremarkable, so nothing to know about the spleen. The cervical hilar and peritoneal lymph nodes are unremarkable. Look, guys, if you got a medical background, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. If you have a medical background, put a 1 in the chat. And someone said, how does his neck not be crushed? You can you could choke someone to death without crushing their neck. All you have to do is restrict airflow. Like my little cousin, right? Oh gosh. I'll make this a little light. My little cousin almost turned my goddamn lights off. And you like, Henry, how? Because he was like 10. I wish I could bring him up and you could tell this story. He's like 10, and I think I was probably like 20. And I was going to teach him the rear naked chokehold. Like, look, if you ever, you put your hand around someone and you lock it, right? You lock it like this, and you put that pressure right here, you restrict blood flow to the brain, you can turn their lights out without ever crushing the neck. Fucking idiots. And he almost turned my lights out because thank God, like my uncle was there to pull him off me because, look, I'm a big cousin. I got to pick on my little cousin, make him tough. I would call him like chrome dome, punk, chump, all the things that my older cousins would call me to make me tough. So when people coming at me or my daughter, I'm like, I really don't care. With enough force, you can crush the neck. But like I said, guys, you don't have to crush your neck to die. All you have to do is restrict blood flow to your brain. That's it. You restrict blood flow to the brain, it's over. Typically, like you would see, like back in the day, guys, when they would hang people who looked like me, they wouldn't die from like strangulation. They'd die because their neck was broken. It was like a broken neck or something. But yeah, once you restrict blood flow to the brain, it's game over. So anyway, let's get back to it for the Facebook group that's interrupting with these dumbass questions. All right. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little loose. Let me drink some water and calm down. Let me drink some water and calm down. All right, the thyroid and adrenal glands are unremarkable, extremely on sectioning. The right kidney weighs this, the left kidney weighs that. The capsules of the kidney strip with ease to remove a mildly granular cortical surfaces. The cortices are normal thickness with well demarcated junctions. The calyces, pales, and uterus are unremarkable. So the kidneys are unremarkable. You know what impacts your kidneys? Like, all you guys should know, the bladder contains this, the mucus is smooth, the prostate gland and testes are unremarkable, extremely and on sectioning. What impacts your kidneys, guys? What impacts your kidneys? Anyone? Anyone know what impacts your kidney? If you was to congest a substance for an extended period of time, what would impact your kidneys? 2 people got it. 2 people got it. Shout out to Muskrats, who's also probably going to be a future lawyer. And shout out to Deflin Flemez. So you got alcohol and pills. So for him to have this intact liver, that says a lot about the toxicology report. Okay? It says a lot. And when we get to the toxicology report, remember, his liver was intact. His kidneys was intact. Okay? That's all I want you to remember when we get to the toxicology report. Liver intact, kidneys intact. And we're almost there, guys. Here we go. The ephesiological mucosa is gray and smooth and unremarkable. The stomach contains 40 milliliters of partially digested food mixed with a yellow tan liquid. There are 15 small brown tablets with no markings or labels. Again, there are 15 small brown tablets with no markings or labels, okay? The gastric mucosa has the normal rugal folds and there are no ulcers. The small and large intestines are unremarkable externally. The appendix is present. The pancreas is unremarkable externally and on sectioning. Okay. So we got 15 pills in his stomach. And this is a little tough. But, you know, because, gosh, this concludes to me that he did not want to be here at all. And the 15 pills, which I happen to know or suspect what they are, were going to do him in. There was no way. In fact, the medical person I consulted with said, hey, look, those pills are allegedly rumored to be M30s or oxycodone, 30 milligrams. And this is way normal, way above the normal amount. Even if you built up a tolerance, if you saw dope sick on oxys, you should really look at that. So he took 15 brown tablets of oxy, which was going to do him in. And when we see the toxicology report, and I showed it, I had a doctor look at it, they said, based on what was in his system, what was in his stomach, he was going to die that night and or have a heart attack. So in his sleep. So he was gone that night, no matter what. And I know the Facebook group, they like, oh, Tammie did it. What did she do, guys? Did she choke him out, stuff 15 pills in his mouth, cut the freaking hair dryer, and then wrap him up and then go get snacks? Y'all are fucking idiots. All of y'all. Seriously. Gosh. Yes, he took the meds and hung himself. It's hard to believe, but shit, that's what the reports say. That's what the facts say. What do you guys want me to do? What do you guys want me to do? I don't get this. I really don't. Look, here's the thing. Some people, you will never convince them otherwise. If they say Tammie did it, then she fucking did it. Even if she got proof that, hey, I was in the lobby, or, he got like a sealed confession. Hey, I did this while she was away. People will just believe what they want. And no, I'm not going to go off. He's like, go off. I'm like, no. I'll let the idiots believe what they want to believe. They're all fucking idiots anyway. All right. So to reiterate, he took 15 pills of oxy, and we ain't even got to the toxicology report. So you don't even know all the other stuff. This is just pathologically. Pathologically, he died because he hung himself. And oh gosh, just time people out. All these idiots that's in that Facebook group, just time them all out and keep timing them out. Keep timing them out. Anywho, guys, there we go. The pills were going to do him in, but he hung himself. Mucoskeleton system. The clavices, ribs, sternum, vertebrae, and pelvis have no fractures. The diaphragm is intact. Histology, none submitted. Now, femoral blood, right? Toxicology. So femoral blood is from your leg. So this blood is intact. Hopefully y'all know where y'all femoral artery is. If you get cut there, you got about what was it, 5 seconds before you bleed out or something. If you don't apply pressure, you gone. And like in the military, the military, right? If you ever done like hand-to-hand combat and you got like a knife and someone's getting off on you, you hit that femoral artery, they'll ease up in about 5 seconds. 5 seconds. So even if you saw the movie like Face Off, what are you supposed to do? Someone gets behind you, you got the knife, stab, twist, or whatever. But anyway, this is tough. So what was sent for toxicology? Femoral blood, aortic blood, oh gosh. Urine, liver, brain, unknown pills in stomach, and vitreous humor are submitted. So they went to go define the pills. So now we're through the pathology. Shout out to Intensified. have to stop blaming Tammie, guys. This is coming from the biggest JDF fan. He did this to himself. He wouldn't want us to blame anyone but him. I know it. Like, look, you talking to a brick wall if you talking to that Facebook group. Like, here's the thing, right? Me being an investigator, when I saw the group, I'm like, did a real person create it?
Nope.
And the fact that it's rumored to be potentially someone related to him, I ain't gonna even say his name. But if you've been listening to this content, you know about it. But these people are like idiotic. Like, these are the people who believe like the earth is flat. That's that group. Think of a conspiracy theory. These are the people that believe it, you know? They believe in like Pizzagate and all that good stuff. But anyway, these are the people what was that website that was accused of trafficking children because they named furniture after the kids? These are the people who believe that. Oh my goodness. Why am I covering this on my daughter's birthday? Gosh, man. Anyway, as I promised you guys, that's how I do it. Hey, thank you, Anticify, for the donation. But all right, where we at? Let's see. We got 26,000 people in the chat. Oh, Wayfair. Yeah. Remember the Wayfair scale? Like, talking to them is like talking to the people about Wayfair. And then shout out to Dust, right? Shout out to Dust trolling me because he know I gotta read super chats. He like, wait, what do you mean the earth is not flat? Nope. Indeed, the earth is not flat. I just found this out like yesterday. Anyway, but yeah, Jason David Frank definitely suffered from depression, guys. Even in the Tammie interview, which we'll just touch on it. Like I said, I didn't ask her anything about this. I asked her about the Ambien. I asked her about the alcohol. I asked her about everything that was public prior to the interview, okay? Everything that I covered. I asked her about Todd Carroll. Did I ask her about Todd Carroll? I don't know, man. Like, I didn't talk to Tammie a lot because you know what? Look, here's the thing, right? Shout out to Tammie. She's probably watching. Every time I talk to Tammie, it's an interview. It's an interview. And what am I looking for when I interview her? If she changes her goddamn story. That's all I'm looking for. And I'll say something stupid like, what happened again that night? And she's like, what, this happened? I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But that's what I look for. And her story has been the same for a while. And you're like, how the hell did I get the Tammie interview? I don't know, man, because I was going in on Tammie, to be honest. If you saw my older videos, I went on that damn white ass dress she wore. I went in on her speech at the funeral. I went in on her fake news shit. What else? I went in on her not inviting the brothers to the funeral. And I did all that going in on Tammie without even getting like the backstory, right? You know, I jumped to conclusions. And then what happened, right? My boss was looking at me like this. He like, Henry, what the fuck? What are you doing, man? And I was like, I don't know. I was mad. I was going through a goddamn divorce, man. What you think? What you think is going on? I'm going through a divorce and my child is being alienated from you. What you think? What you think is happening? But anyway, we don't care about that crap. But yeah, I went in on Tammie. And you could say, so look, here's the thing, right? In that nut ass Facebook group. When I was going in on Tammie, they was like, oh, Henry's on to her. He's going to expose her. And then once I start getting more evidence and my tone start changing, there's like, he's screwing Tammie.
Nope.
Hey, look, you know I ain't screwing Tammie because you know who Tammie is. You know, that is
Love of my life.
that's someone else's
Love of my life.
You remember that? You know that.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
Maybe I was digging too much and I was about to uncover that she was the
Love of my life.
All right, I'm being silly, guys. I'm being silly. But anyway, I know, right?
You shouldn't be investigating too much.
Oh shit, Tony. I'm just having fun, guys. I'm just having fun because we about to get to this toxicology report, which is fucking doom and gloom. Doom and gloom, man. Let me shout out to Itchy says, thank you so much for your hard work covering JDF. Help clarify what brought him to make this decision. Pulling through all the deep cut stuff, right? Yeah, look, man, like You're not getting this content nowhere in the world. Literally, I am the only one in the world covering this person's life, covering, you know, the highs, the lows, all that stuff. And then you got people coming out the woodwork telling me,
You shouldn't be investigating too much.
like, what the hell? That's his best friend, by the way, who told it that his wife is the
Love of my life.
like, what the fuck? We're like, look, bro. Hey, shout out to Tony, man. These are just jokes, Tony, man. At your expense, of course, because you came up here and made a fool of yourself. So, anyway, all right, guys. Where are we at? What about the Shauna interview? I reached out to Shauna because I wanted to interview her. but guess what? She got nothing to say no more. She got nothing to say. But hey, thank you, Itchy, for the $5 donation. And yeah, man, I ain't gonna front, man. This shit is hard, yo. This is hard. This is hard to cover, man. But you know, I made a promise to you guys. I told you that I would see it through the end, and we're gonna see it through the end. So even after this, there is still more to the JDF story if you want to stick around. Okay. If you want to stick around, like if you still want to stick around and follow me, because I'll still be covering JDF and there'll be other stories. So if you want to join my locals and submit your story that, hey, you should look into this, join locals. It's free. And then I'll probably start streaming on locals free, of course, just to talk to like the real fans of me and not just the JDF crew. Yeah, so the next things as are coming. We still got the Tammie interview. And like I said, I have every text message from the time they separated in July to the demise, like the day of. And when I tell you it's random, it's very random. It was, look, he may have planned to take himself out that night, but they were truly reconciling. He was working on himself. He was becoming a better person. That's why it's like really sad. Like, it's sad just seeing the proof. Like when you see like, oh gosh, when you see the proof that someone is trying to change their life, right? You see the proof, not a fucking interview with People magazine where she's saying like, oh, he was trying to change his life. She's like, no, Henry, here's the text message. Here's me and his most intimate conversation about my husband trying to change his life. Here's him booking the hotel room. Here's him saying, let's go dancing. Here's him getting a haircut the day of they go dancing. Like, this is what I'm talking about. So when I get all this information and I'm like, God damn, they were really reconciling. Because remember, I'm like, ain't no way in hell they reconciling. Why the hell you calling the goddamn cops? And she like, hey, we was having fun earlier that day. That's why it was calling the cops. And then when I saw the toxicology report, I'm like, God damn, I think they were having fun earlier. But anyway, shout out to y'all rocking with me. If you hear and you enjoy it, like the stream. I feel like I got to do like a PSA to for guys, because I don't want no one deleting themselves. I truly don't. I really don't want anyone delete, not even the kids, even my trolls, guys, even the people who said Tammie paid me to do this. Yeah, she paid me. No. Even the people said I'm sleeping with Tony. I mean, not look, I said Tony. I meant Tammie. Look, we know.
Love of my life. Love of my life.
Oh my, look, that is probably my favorite, one of my favorite sound bites, or you did.
Dig, bro.
You know what?
Like
let's lighten this shit up tonight, guys. Let's lighten this up. We're gonna end this poll, and we're gonna take like, it's not a little intermission, but we about to get to the toxicology report. I don't got my daughter tonight, obviously, so we can go in. Let's do a poll. Start a poll. What is your favorite Tony soundbite? What is your favorite? Someone say rambling. No, we're gonna get to the toxicology report. Favorite Tony soundbite. All right, and we have You Dig, Bro. You Dig, Bro. Keep it private. Keep it private. Let's add another option. Love of my life. Or no. You shouldn't be investigating this.
You shouldn't be investigating too much.
Shouldn't be investigating too much. Oh gosh, man. Tony, I'm gonna drop the link for you if you want to come up, man. If you want to come up. I think he banned on the channel because he always like, here you go with this Tony stuff again. Uh-oh. All right, boom. Oh, I forgot. Of course. Of course. Look, Tony is legend. All right. There's the poll is up. The poll is up. We're gonna go through the super chats and then we're gonna get into the toxicology report. All right. Oh man. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I appreciate you guys because when I started covering this, I think it was about like 20 people in the chat. And then next thing you know, it just started ballooning with a lot of fans saying, hey, thank you for covering this. And I love when people troll me with super chats. The earth is flat. Blacks were never enslaved. Muffin pans are the most important part of any divorce. Everyone knows this. Yes. Yes. Muffin pans are the most important part of any divorce, man. You should have seen her when she came to get them. I recorded her coming to get them. Maybe I should show you all the video. I swear when I opened the garage, that was the first thing she went for. I was like, what the fuck? I get you that. Anyway, hey, thank you, Chanzai Tabuzi. Shout out to you. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, man. Muffin pans are important. What does not here say? Of course. Am I gonna keep digging? Of course. Oh my goodness, I'm having too much fun, man. I appreciate y'all giving me like this creative freedom to have fun. I appreciate that. And shout out to my mods. They got a tough ass job, right? They trying to keep everybody respectful in the chat. You know, I don't have the pans anymore. No, my wife came and got them, but I got all my daughter's stuff here because she be chilling. Got her guitar, and when I cover the XQC stuff, it's like a little shotgun, but. Don't tell XQC soon to be ex-wife that because she'd be like, Henry is threatening my life and we need to seal the goddamn records. Like, oh gosh, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this lonely ass night. Anyway. All right, guys. Doom and gloom time. Sorry. I didn't show the last page of the report, the pathology report. Remember, I show y'all everything. There's no secrets. I have nothing to hide. This is the 5th page. They collected his hair. They collected some pubic hair. They collected some DNA, a DNA blood stain card. Now, look, I know about this because of my degree in science. Basically, this little card that it probably say Jason David Frank, but it dropped his blood on it. So anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to drop a little humor because this shit is. But anyway, the moment you guys been waiting for. Did I do all this? Yeah. There we go. This is the toxicology report, guys. This is sad shit. All right, so Fort Bend, NIMS lab did it. This report was issued on this. Where's my Henry Resilient bracelet? It should be close. Did my daughter move it? Oh, man. Look, Law. When my daughter get over here, she just be like, this is like her office. Like, look at this. Look at all this crap, guys. This is her office. You can't tell her nothing. Like, when she come over here, she goes straight for the goddamn chair. She goes straight for the chair, straight for the robot voice, straight for the sad music. Like, oh, my God. I'm in this stupid Facebook group, and I just discovered it was created by a troll. And Harry's triggering me because he didn't say Tammie did it. And I don't know what to do with my life other than blame Tammie. What are we gonna do, guys? Let's plan to harass his daughter at the next Comic-Con. How about that? Because we know Tammie did it. Oh my God. It's like, what the hell? Oh man. Put down the small. Hey, look, this hammer. Yes, this show. Let's write Damn Rock. What does Damn Rock say? Hey, this shows how messy life can be. JDF took time to promote healthy life perspective, regardless of his struggles. that deserves an enormous amount of respects. Props to you, Henry, for the work. You know, look, in all honesty, guys, before I get into the toxicology report, and thank you, Damrock, for the $10 donation. My goal was to, one, get down to the truth. Did she fucking say something? Because I'd be on Tammie's heels. And two, what was going on in his life? And three, humanizing JDF. Look, when I first started, I would say JDF. And now I just be like Jason. I'd be like Jason. Oh man, I just be like Jason. And like it's so tough to cover this guy because he's gone. It really is. But you know, it's the labor of love. I see we got 26,000 people in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Like, if y'all could just do me a favor, like the stream, it's free. Everyone in the stupid ass Facebook group, just hit that thumbs down button for me. I appreciate y'all. Hate fucking losers. Anyway, I'm tripping. I shouldn't have said that. Guys. Y'all are winners. We're all winners. We're all gonna get a participation trophy at the end for getting trolled by a troll and believing some idiotic that, you know, I actually had you guys want me to find y'all this proof? Let me log into my Insta. I have proof for the Facebook group. I got footage of a fight between Tammie and JDF. And when I saw it, and it's a real one, not the airport one. Just give me a second. Guys. I'm logging into my Insta, and I saved it. Give me a second. Y'all like, you got proof? I'm like, goddamn right, for that Facebook group. I was like, let me get the goddamn proof. He's like, you got the proof? I'm like, goddamn, like, yeah, I got the proof, man. I don't lie. Look, you guys know I don't lie. You know I don't lie. I just gotta find it. Give me a second. Let's see the toxicology report. Yeah, I know you want to see the toxicology report. Oh, here we go. Ooh, I got it for you guys. I got it. You want to see Tammie Fighting JDF? Do you want to see it? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see Tammie Fighting JDF. Put a 2 if you want to see the toxicology report. 1 for Tammie Fighting, 2 for JDF. Dust is in a funny mood. 1 if you want to see the fight. Get a public Amazon wish list. You would get 2 muffin pans. Okay. All right. 1 if you want to see the fight. Uno. It's probably sparring. No. She was going at him full fucking tilt. Full tilt, guys. Full tilt. And you know who put the 2s? The people in that group. Because they're like, how the hell you got the whole thing? But anyway, let's share the tab so you guys can see the fight. And we're gonna make it big for you guys. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it big. Thank you, Dust, for the donation. This is the fight, guys. Look at this. Tammie's wearing white. He's wearing white. Remember, here we go.
No.
All right, remember, you know why? Because JDF taught her how to fight, so ain't no way in hell she would ever whoop his ass. Yeah, but they're going to fight, guys. There's the fight for the people in the Facebook group. There's Tammie fighting Jason right before she stuffed the pills down his throat, right before she wrapped the cord around his neck, and just right before she went to go get some snacks. You fucking losers. Anyway. What's my history with Power Rangers? I grew up watching them. Green Ranger, yo, look. Now look, I'm black, right? Who was my favorite Ranger? It wasn't Zach. Anyway. When he came on the scene, oh my God, man, I almost lost my shit. Almost lost my shit. I get you not. Hey, but thank you, Intensify, for the Kimberly. Everyone had a crush on Kimberly. Shout out to Amy Jo. All right, let's get into the toxicology report before we go any further, guys. Before people get any mad at me. All right, let's go. Toxicology. Here we go. All right. Now look, we gonna go into this afterward. Like, so what's in his blood? All right, we have alcohol right here, 0.076. That's slightly under the legal limit for my state. I know people be Googling the fuck out of me. They be Googling me. They're like, where you at, Harry? I'm like, don't worry about it. Anyway, we got caffeine, presumption of positive, and the milligrams and grams, milligrams, nanograms. What is it? 1,000 nanograms equal 1 milligram. 1,000 milligrams equal 1 gram. If my science degree brings anything to that. So he was about intoxicated. Yeah, 0.08 is about intoxicated. So remember, she said he was drinking that night. He was drinking. But remember, liver and kidneys are intact. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to take. Liver, kidneys intact. All right, 7-amino clozapam. Damn it, I'll look this up. Hold on. Where's my notes? I gotta get my notes. No, goddamn, where's the notes? Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me. All right. I think I got them. Nope. Look at my prep. My prep game weak. Anyway, 7-amino clozapam. I forget what that was, but don't worry about that. Benzo gonine. Benzos are at 1,000 nanograms. You don't want to be on benzos. He had cocaine in his system. The cocaine is 96 and the coethylene is 22. That's like how you make cocaine. And this stream is about to get probably taken down because I said that word. I should have said something else. Hydrocodone, which is pain pills, 12 nanograms. Lamotrigine, which is for epilepsy, if my memory serves me correct. Zolpidem, we know what zolpidem is, right? We know what it is because guess what? I said it. It's Ambien, guys. Ambien. Let me just look up something real quick while y'all look at that. Sidon. What is it? Sildenafil? Because one of these, right? One of these. There we go. That's what I thought it was. Sildenafil, right? What's that? That's Viagra. So that whole reconciliation. Guess who was getting a cheeks clap, y'all? Guess who was getting a cheeks clap? Tammie. Tammie was getting them cheeks clap, but because of the low dosage, it happened like probably earlier today, maybe the night before. So they were having sex. Someone said, ew. Look, what do you think? Married people don't have sex? You think he not gonna reconcile and clap them cheeks? Come on, guys. You know who wasn't clapping them cheeks?
Love of my life.
Tony. Oh my goodness. Anywho. Someone said also it's for hypertension. Yeah, but look, okay, here. Let me give y'all something with my science degree. What was it for? Viagra was first discovered as for hypertension. But what you have is a side effect. The side effect was it helps erectile dysfunction. So there's like, look, we can make way more money using it for erectile dysfunction. So the person, Kirk Gibson, pulmonary hypertension, yeah, you correct. You are correct. But the byproduct is you're going to be erect. You're going to be standing at attention. So that's what JDF was doing. Creatine, he worked out. So I expect some creatine in his levels. Sodium, the glucose was in here. Glucose not in here. Sodium, potassium, chloride, urea, nitrogen. These are all normal levels according to my med tech person. Oh, Jesus. Anywho, this is what he had. Yes, he had heart issues. He did. Keep going. This is basically, what is this? The tube. Like, if you ever got your blood taken, you remember you get like 3 vials of blood or whatever. You know the fun fact, right? I used to work at a blood processing facility. I used to get these goddamn tubes or whatever, and I would have to like organize them. And I went from there. This is like my professional career, and I worked for like a sample person, like a sample receiving type lab, where all they did was process these and farm them out. And Tony did say they were helping them get back together. Yes, that is true. That is true. Anyway, electrolytes, glucose. Now this is, look, remember guys, this is page 1. Anyway, now this is page 207. This is the same report. Okay. Let's go to it. All right. So reporting limit. For those who don't know, the reporting limit is the minimum amount has to be reported for it to be detected. It's the minimum amount that has to be in his system for it to be detected. I know this because I work in the lab, and I worked in the lab for about 3 years. This is fresh out of college, guys. When you fresh out of college, you got that degree, you like, God damn, can I work in the lab? Yeah, just work in the lab. You got the science degree? It's like, yeah, I got the science degree. It's like, you're not going to medical school? I was like, nope. Why not? I hate school. So why'd you go into science? Oh, I didn't know. I got trapped. You know, the college scam. So he did have some alcohol in his blood. The minimum reporting level was 10. Ethanol is what is ethyl alcohol, right? So you in science, right? They have to lock this ethyl alcohol up because it's just alcohol. So students, we would use it for experiments, but you can also toss it back and get drunk. So his blood alcohol was 0.076, which is slightly below the legal limit. And these reporting limits, anytime you have a result in the lab, you want to make sure it's above the reporting limit, because if it's below, you put like a less than 5 nanograms per liter if it was below. So the 7-amino clozapam, let me look this up. Because I had it written down, 7-amino clozapam. There we go. Oh, it's Clonopin. This is a benzo. This is gonna make you feel nice. Here, I'll show you. I'll show the string, guys. No secrets, no secrets. So this is your 7-amino clozapam. This is a benzo. And this is bad. But benzos, right? And I know someone who used benzos. God damn, he died too. He overdosed on benzos. It was a very sad story because it was pretty popular in my city. Benzos make you feel good. Makes you feel good. You would pass out from benzos. And if you're feeling bad, you take a benzo, you're gonna feel euphoric, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna be all that, but then you're gonna get addicted. And that's how you die. Where are we at? That's page 1. So back on page 2. So that's your 7-amino clozapam. It's a benzo. We clear on that? Oh, look, someone says they hope Tammie's okay. Yeah, I hope she's okay too. Look, y'all are posting great questions. I didn't ask Tammie this because I didn't have this report. So we got the clozapam is a benzo. So the benzo lycogonine makes sense with 1,000 nanograms. God damn, that's a lot. That is a lot. They talking about this stream right now. Fucking sorry, guys. I don't even like cussing. So he definitely has some cocaine in his system. He probably, look, man, if you doing benzos and you doing cocaine and then you doing pain pills and then you doing epilepsy medicine and then you doing Ambien, you have Viagra in your blood, you got alcohol in your blood. What are you like, guys? You out of here. You are out of here. You are trying to do it. You are trying to do it. And the thing with this, right? When you're doing stuff like this, no one to know. How quick does it take for someone to take a pill without the person knowing? I can go like this. I can go to the bathroom real quick, pop some pills, and come back. And you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Hey, we out drinking anyway. You drunk. I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's so easy to do this stuff. So the lamotrigine, that is for epilepsy. I know, let me look this up so you guys don't be like, he's making this shit up. Even though I know it's going to say it in the next one. Here we go, right here, off to the right. It's sold under the brand name what is that? Lamictal, among others, is medication used to treat epilepsy and stabilize mood and bipolar disorder. For epilepsy, this includes focal seizures, tonic-clonic seizures, and seizures in Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. Where am I at? We're right here. All right, back to this. So look, I'm hitting you guys with so much information. This is riddled with information. Y'all just getting an information bomb. That's right. Big Dire Wolf. Yes, he was dead before he hung himself, to be honest. Yeah, he was going to die that night. This is what the Viagra. All this right here is Viagra. Because he was shout out to Tammie, man. Hey, there's a video I played, guys. All this other stuff was normal. And now they're about to go into the what these chemicals are. Even though I just kind of told you guys. But let me just pause it real quick. I know we in the thick of things. If you've been watching my stream for a while, yes, he was clapping Tammie's cheeks. He was clapping her cheeks, guys. He was probably like, who knows, right? I know I'm being facetious. Here we going crazy. I am crazy, guys. I am going crazy tonight. You would never get a stream like this. I might just take it down afterwards. This is me out of character. This is me like, oh, gosh, man. Anyway, yes, it's cringe to think, it was the Green Ranger. I wonder, did they ever role play? All right, now let me stop. I'm crossing the line. I'm crossing the line. All right, I get it. Okay. All right. Where was I? Where did I get off with this? Before we started talking about him clapping, knocking down his wife. There's a video I played, I think last stream, where Jason said he talked about the last 24 hours of your life, right? If you know you're about to go in the last 24 hours of your life, what would you do? Who would you spend it with? Now, watching that video, I thought nothing of it. Like early on, watching that video, you think nothing of it. But then when you get all these details and you see all the plans he made and everything that he went through, he planned to spend his last 24 hours with his wife. That is crazy. And a piece of me, right? When I love my wife, I get it. When I loved her, I would. But ain't no fucking love here no more, man. Fuck her. She robbing my ass blind. Anyway, but let's put some green hearts in the chat because they about to go through what whatchamacallit. They about to go through the Toxicology Report. And look, we got a contributor and he has something interesting to say, and we don't silence people. Now, look, what do you say? I don't want to hear nothing about Tammie having his best interest at heart. Don't allow someone you leave to get in this situation. Now, I'm telling you, man, you probably new here, right? And it's fine. That you are. And your voice going to be heard. But sometimes you just don't know, man. You just don't know. You just don't know. And I only say that because I from experience. I'm telling you, I had a cousin. She was the life of every fucking party. Every party. She was the life of every party. We would go to the parties looking forward to, what she's going to get there and just make everyone feel happy. Everyone feel happy. And she clapped herself while her parents were in the next room. And when the police asked her mom what happened, was she going through things? Her mom said, no, she wasn't. She was perfectly fine. We were watching a movie that night. We asked her, did she want to watch the movie? She said no, went in her room, shot herself in the chest like it was nothing. And then come to find out, she was messaging people, my grandma who was over here today, that she wasn't okay. So when you say, hey, you don't allow someone you love to get into this situation, sometimes you just can't help people. Like, look, if anyone in our family knew she was going through something, we all would have pitched in and showed her how much love she was and gave her, any support she would have wanted. And her picture is up in my house. In my house. I see it every day. Every day. But Damn Rock, I can understand how you feel like that, because you're like, hey, how did he get so far off? They were separated, and I mean, I can't speak for her, but they were separated for a while, and shit, he could have went down a dark path by being separated, came back, thought he had his shit figured out, and then he didn't. And then he checked out. It's sad, but I appreciate the donation. And look, this is how you voice your opinion. Hey, I don't want to hear nothing about Tammie having his best interest at heart. You don't allow someone you love to get into this situation. Didn't call her any names, didn't make any allegations, voiced his opinion. He don't agree. This is how you disagree. I wish everyone who disagree would disagree with me like Dom Rock. I appreciate that. Anyway. Thank you, Damn Rock, for the donation. We still gonna get back to the Toxicology Report, but I'm just addressing the contributors of the show. What does cocaine talk mean? Your thoughts? Cocaine talk. Oh, that just means that the stream is gonna get demonetized. Everyone's like, you're doing this for money. You're gonna be so rich covering JDF. I'm like, not really, but because he did do some, let's just say nose candy. I don't want to say that word anymore. Even though, look, we know what it is. We'll just say nose candy. Like, we don't say the real thing. We say self-deletion. So we'll say nose candy. But let's get back into the Toxicology Report. Y'all liking the stream? Like, let's see what y'all favorite Tony quote was. Just to kind of lighten it up a bit, man. Just like,
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
You did came in first place. And
Love of my life.
Love of my life came in second.
You shouldn't be investigating too much.
That came in third, and
certain things have to be kept private.
Keep it private. There you go, the booger sugar. All right, guys, let's get back into it, man. This is heavy. We don't got too much time to go, because we just gonna get through this and then we out, because it's heavy as hell. Heavy, but hopefully y'all doing it, and hopefully y'all don't think of JDF of lesser of a person because he was self-medicating. I don't. He's still my hero. He's still my favorite ranger. 7-amino clozapam. Remember, this is a benzo. We'll go through the highlighted point. This is a major metabolite of clonazepam. Clonazepam is an immediate to long-term acting benzo. Hypnotic used to treat insomnia. So he was on the benzos for his insomnia. We knew he couldn't sleep. In the prevention and treatment of various seizure disorders. So, like I said, remember Viagra, right? It was for pulmonary disorder, but it also treats ED. It's the same thing. Hey, this will help you sleep, and it will help you if you deal with seizures. It's the byproduct. I have a friend who works for a pharmaceutical tester, so he knows all this, and he broke it down. He'll be like, hey, these drugs are doing this, but if we could use the byproduct, because the money is in the byproduct. The money is in the byproduct of the drug, the alternate side effect. It also possesses anxiolytic and muscle relaxation properties. So remember, I told you, benzo is going to make you feel good. It's going to make you're going to be relaxed. And if you're stressing, hell yeah, benzos is where it's at. But I've never taken a benzo, and I never will, because I know someone who overdosed. It shares the actions and adverse reactions of a CNS depressant, including drowsiness, sedation, impairment in cognition, judgment, and memory, confusion, and disorientation. It's the same thing like freaking Ambien, guys. Like, they're going to go through everything. Steady state plasma concentrations, a daily dose of around 29 to 75 milligrams for clozapam, and 23 to 137 of the amino, which I believe he was in range, right? His value was 53. And what I'll do is I'll put that value, I need to put it off to the side somewhere so we can always reference it when it comes up. All right, I'll put it, I'll put it right, kind of like right there. All right. There we go. Let me then. All right. So there we go with that. Let's go to the next page. Remember, it's 7 pages. We are on page 2. We're now on page 3 of the whatchamacallit. Thank you guys for being here with me. I appreciate all you. It won't be too much longer. We're gonna go through this. The benzo, whatchamacallit, the benzo, blah blah blah. The benzo, I'm sorry, benzolel egonine, which is a nose candy degradation product. Y'all see it? Okay, let me make it a little bigger for you guys. Is that too big? I ain't gonna say who said that, but anyway. Benzoline C-gonine is an inactive metabolite of the chemical breakdown of the nose candy. Nose candy is a Schedule II controlled central nervous stimulant. Effects following nose candy can include euphoria. Okay. Someone sent a sweet message. Effects following the nose candy. Excitement, restlessness, risk taking, sleep disturbance, and aggression. So when you're on that nose candy, this is what you can experience: a period of mental and physical fatigue and somnolence followed the use of nose candy, and excitant stimulant effects were off. Benzoyl has a half-life of 6 to 10 hours. What was his results? Oh God, he had about 1,000 nanograms in his system. God damn, this is tough. The average blood benzoglycine concentration in 906 impaired drivers was 1,200, so he was definitely impaired, or you can say he was impaired. Like when you had 1,000, and they say the average is 1,260. And the range for impairment is 5 to 17, 5 to, goddamn, someone had 17,600 nanograms per milliliter in their body. And that's how you accurately represent it. But if you got 17,000, you have 17 milligrams in your body, or 1 gram in your fucking body. God damn, that's a lot. Anyway. Benzoyl blood concentrations in patients admitted to an emergency room for medical complaints were around 1,200. So like I said, he was going to the doctor that night. Blah, blah, blah. Benzo concentrations in plasma following administration of 2 days of 2 grams of nose candy in 6 days, average about 4,900. Remember, his results for about 1,000. So based on his results being about 1,000, he probably did it earlier that day. Let's see, what was the shelf life? 6 to 10 hours. So he probably did it earlier that day, or early like Friday. And you know the crazy thing, right? When it comes to nose candy, people use it to break hangovers because it's an upper and alcohol is a downer. So you wake up, you hungover, you do a bump, boom. You back out there. If you don't believe me, watch some movies. They do it all the time. Chloride was fine. Chloride, oh, that's in his blood because he drank water. Water has chloride. Nose candy, again, in his blood. It just talks about, okay, the nose candy artifact formed in vivo when nose candy and alcohol are in circulation at the same time. It is an active metabolite and actively equal or greater than the use of whatchamacallit. So it becomes like if I remember correctly, synergistic. When you can combine 2 things that will bring you up, or 2 things when combined together to make you feel energy, it's called synergistic. If my degree serves me, Bill. Nose candy in the blood, the average concentration is 906 for impaired drivers. Was 87 from 906 impaired drivers. The average concentration was 87. He had a result of 22. So like I said, it was earlier. This is the ethyl alcohol. The creatine, we don't care. It's just normal. That's probably from him working out. I mean, some people take creatine over the counter. It's all good. And this is a long stream, guys. I appreciate you sticking with me. But if you got to leave, hit the like button on the way out. This is the alcohol. So remember, Tammie said he was drinking. The toxicology was like, we want the toxicology report. You get the toxicology report, and it's showing he drinking, and they still like she did it. Like anyway, hydrocone free. So he was on Vicodin. So he's on Vicodin with the nose candy, with the alcohol, with the benzos. Like this is a lot, bro. Like you're not living doing this. No normal human being is living doing this. And like I said, the doctor said he was going to have a heart attack in his sleep if he didn't expire. This is the Vicodin. It's for pain relief. A normal adult dosage is 5 to 10 milligrams for every 4 to 6 hours. And let's go to some super chats before we go to the next page. We're almost through, guys. We got like 3 pages left. What do you guys think of this so far? What do you think? What do you think so far? Shout out to Petty at AF. If Tammie watching this live, just know us fans do not judge or look at JDF any different way. We still love him and miss him, and may he rest in power. Hashtag long live the GOAT. I mean, hashtag long live JDF. Long live the GOAT. Yes. I mean, I don't look at her any different. Like, I kind of feel bad for her. Go Power Rangers. Shout out to the people watching on Twitch. Twitch is in the house. What does Chanzo Tambazi say? Booger sugar. I bet that stuff. No, he didn't.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
Booger sugar. I bet that's the stuff Tony was talking about when he said you dig, bro. You dig.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
Oh, go, yo, I appreciate everyone sending the jokes in tonight. Like, we're not making light of the situation, but I do appreciate the jokes. Like, what happened to him is not a joke, but I do like the fact that, you know, we are here, and a lot of people are feeling a lot of different ways. I'm included. Like, oh man, I may have to take off tomorrow. It's just a lot. But anyway. Hopefully I'm doing this in such a good way for you guys where y'all can like understand it clearly. Intensified said, hey, sad to see my hero go through this. Yeah, man, this is sad. No one wants to see this, you know? No one wants this out. And like I said, his liver was intact, his kidneys was intact. So this could have just been one bad night. It could have just been, hey, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go have sex with my wife. I'm going to go dance with my wife. I'm going to do all the drugs I want. And I'm just checking out. And no one knew. She didn't know. And how do you, like, once you see, like, everything that happened that day, you're going to be like, yo, he seemed fine. And I'm like, even as I'm reading all the text messages, I'm like, he seemed fine. He seemed in good spirits. He seemed like, hey, I'm not dying tonight. There were plans afterwards that he was talking about. So it's just I'm telling you, all it takes is one bad moment. All right, guys, we are on page 4, and these are going to go quicker because it's not much to these pages. And then I'll drop the link so Brent can come up and say his piece because I know he in that Facebook group probably. In fact, I would love someone in that Facebook group to come up. Ooh, I would love this. If you in that Facebook group, this is the night to come up. This is the night. After a single administration, what was this from? This is from the Vicodin. So we're still in the Vicodin of 10 milligrams, mean pink serum levels of 20 nanograms. What did he have in his system? This is the Vicodin. He had about 12 nanograms in his system. So he definitely took some Vicodin within like the last couple of hours. The Lamitrid, this is for the this Lama something is for whatchamacallit. It's for seizures. Sorry guys that you can't see it. And it's Lamicatate or whatever. It's nothing really nothing big here. This is for whatchamacallit. Adverse reaction includes dizziness, headaches, alexia, blurred vision, nausea, and vomiting. Like, god damn, why would you take this? It really ain't nothing there. We know this is the Viagra. The The Viagra. Shout out to Tammie, right? Hey, reconciling with her husband the right way, right? And the potassium is normal. Here's your Viagra. Look at the last parts, remember byproduct. Typical peak usage, 50 milligrams use, and he had 29. So the Viagra was done. It already did its job. Sodium was normal. And we off to the next page. Like I said, guys, this is all gonna go quick because it's really nothing there. Ambien. Okay, Ambien is pretty good. Ambien is pretty good because remember we said Ambien causes. That was my initial assessment. I'm like, yo, it was the Ambien. Ambien causes all this. We know it's used to treat insomnia. And 5 suspected impaired driving cases where Ambien was the only drug detected. Had a range from 80 to 1400, with 850 being the median. And his Vicodin levels were at 320. So he was on a small amount. I mean, not Vicodin, his Ambien. He was on a small amount of Ambien. So we have some Ambien. And 7 deaths, the heart and blood concentrations were above 2800. So you could kind of say it wasn't the Ambien. I mean, like you could say, hey, Henry, you were a little off. I was like, yeah, I was, because I didn't have this goddamn toxicology report to know that he was on benzos and nose candy and Ambien and pain pills and pretty much any other thing that he can get. And don't forget about the 15 undigested pills in his stomach that were sure to knock him out. So you can say that he may have took he may have whatchamacallit himself to avoid feeling a heart attack. It's so much death around, so much death. Literally, my uncle just had a heart attack and he gone. And this is the person. Remember, I said it's 2 different people, so you would notice that the names are different. Now, let's get back to this tab right here, which is my expertise. This is lab stuff, okay? This is what I look for. Basically, you got your reporting limits, and these are all the things that they tested for. And the highlighted things are what was detected, like the nose candy. And you have the minimum limit. So like, hey, it has to be above 20 nanograms to report that. It has to be above 20 nanograms for them to quote this part. I don't think it's accidental. This was intentional, man. This was, I don't want to be here anymore. There is your epilepsy medication. There is your Ambien. There is your alcohol. There is your Viagra. Tammie.
Love of my life.
Look, man, I know I'll be trolling Tony, but look, guys, if Tony you watching, I don't got nothing against you, man. Nothing against you. All right, guys, I'm about to drop the link, and hopefully we can get one of these trolls to come up. And if you come up, you will get clipped. You will get clipped. Even if you on whatchamacallit, if you on the Twitch and you want to come up. I need some more sound effects. So please, trolls. And there's a certain troll I want to come up. If I see them in the chat, they're coming up immediately. The troll who kicked me out the group for saying, hey, y'all just talking about feelings and stuff. But anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this, man? This is kind of sad, but we're at the end of it. Any questions? Anyone want to come up? Did I pin it? I didn't pin it. I did not pin it. Let me get this back over here. If you leave and just like the stream on the way out, I appreciate it. If you leave and like the stream on the way out, we went through the whole toxicology report. We went through the whole pathology report. The oxys, we're going to do them in if everything in the system wasn't. Who's in the back art? You got to cam up. Someone said test. Cam up. I want to get some new faces back here. I see we kind of always get the same faces. But anyway, let me just give my summation of this. When's the Tammie interview? God, man, I gotta get through all her text messages first. And I'll be going through a lot of stuff. Like, one, I had the internet issues. I didn't really get to prep as much as I wanted to. Let me make sure I got all my notes from my my cop friend. He did have a heart condition. The sleep apnea, they confirmed that. We talked about the epilepsy. We talked about the benzos. We talked about the booger sugar. We talked about the medication not being prescribed to him. So, when you got money, you can get pills from any pop-up doctor for the right price. So I definitely think he was self-medicating. And with all the death he was experiencing, he had to be self-medicating. Law, I see you back there. Anyone want to come up? Let me pin the link on YouTube, because that's where we got most of our watchers. Replace the pin message. Hopefully I did a good job, guys. Hopefully I did a good job. We still got more to go. Y'all said y'all wanted the Tammie timeline. I'm like, oh, I got it. Now y'all like, well, we got the toxicology report. So there's that. All right, so we got the we got the results of the Tony thing. What y'all think? Was any of this surprising to you? Tony trying to come up. I dropped the link. Tony ain't Tony.
Love of my life.
Tony, are you coming up?
Of course.
All right, I'll wait. Tony. I'll wait. All right. If no one's trying to come up and speak their if you a troll, if you hate me, no police report. No, I have to. Where's Brent? All right, we got Patrick Skye. Can you hear me, Patrick Skye? Thumbs up. Okay. All right. Look, guys. This is Patrick Skye. We don't know. He could be from the troll group. Are you from the troll group? He said no. All right. What's going on, Patrick Skye? How's it going, man? How are you?
How are you? How's everything?
I'm alive, man. What would you like to say?
That's all we can ask for. I haven't, I've watched your streams from the beginning. I was actually one of good friends with Jason in personal life too. And, I've watched everything that you've been doing. And in the beginning, I was a little skeptical of where this was going, just as much as everybody else.
Everybody was.
Throughout, the progression of these videos, I got to give you much love and appreciation for everything that you've done, and bringing awareness to this, because at the end of the day, we don't want to remember how he passed. We want to celebrate how he lived. And
exactly, that's great. The
lives that Jason has touched across the world will forever be an imprint among us, as first generation, second generation, third generation, people who were born in the 90s shared this with their kids, and now their kids with their kids. So whatever happens, whatever was shown with this toxicology report and, the events that led up until that day, let's not forget about everything that he did for everyone. The man's heart was too big to fit in that body. It was a heart of gold and was absolutely priceless. And, for me, I had just spoken to him 2 days before it happened. I had just seen him 2 weeks in Rhode Island, before the events and stuff like that. So for me, it completely caught me off guard, and I'm not a man of religion, but I remember, reaching out to God and saying, we haven't spoken in a while, but I need you to hear me now, and I wanted to make sure, my friend was okay. And throughout the years, grown to call him my brother, and for the groups that are out there, creating these X-Files stories and, going it down to maybe they're blaming the aliens or, something to it. Ignore all that, scratch all that noise out, and just carry on the legacy that he built and he carried, in the lives that he touched, through his lives, through his JDF Spoken Truth, his experiences and times that he gave you at the conventions. To this day, no convention guest has touched people the way he has, spiritually and affectionately and emotionally, to date. I mean, Comic-Con conventions will not be the same since him.
Yeah, this is true.
He was Mr. Comic-Con himself.
For sure.
So,
all right, Patrick, I appreciate you coming up, man. Thank you for switching sides on me, because you was hating on me early on.
No.
Henry might be okay.
No worries. I appreciate it. Don't worry. You won't get any digs from me, bro. You're good.
Okay. All right, man. Peace, Patrick. Hey, shout out to Patrick for coming up here, man. you will not believe the amount of people who've basically said, hey, I thought you was clout chasing at first, and then they sending me email talking about, oh, we cool. All right, Law, I'm gonna give you like a minute, man. What you want to say, man? And then Mr. Monster, you up next. What's up? What you think?
What's up, Henry? What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What you think about the toxicology report?
Man, it's kind of heartbreaking, to hear that Jason was going through that. But I probably need a little bit of an extra minute because I got a little announcement I want to make. If anybody is lucky to,
you not about to self promote, are you?
I mean,
all right, let's get him out of here. We had to take Law out, man. We talking about JDF. Don't come up here trying to promote, man. Look, you message me, man. All right, Mr. Monster, you up, man? What's up?
I'll be quick. There was a video JDF put out a while back, maybe like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, where he's like talking to himself in a room with a bunch of chairs. The very last chair is like the self-deletion chair, and he says that like he hasn't come yet. I hadn't seen that video until after he passed, and like seeing everything now that you put out here, a lot of the evidence, especially the toxicology report, and especially the Tammie's interview, which I really want to see. It kind of really puts it all in perspective. He was, I think sometimes I deal with depression, but he was on a whole nother level that I couldn't even think of. I didn't like, he was like the other guy just said, he was the Comic-Con itself, he was the one that everyone came to see. So it blindsides us to the point that we're gonna come and think of something that there's no way he'll do it. It had to have been her. She wants the money, blah, 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 blah. But man, sometimes I'm mad at him. I get mad sometimes. I'm like, why'd you do this? But then I think about it, like all that stuff that you brought up and stuff that, like, I don't know why that group. I mean, I'm in that group, but I'm not from the group.
Yeah,
but
you ain't watching it, but you ain't.
They be saying that your interviews are scripted and stuff, and I don't even.
Here's the thing.
All I'm saying,
let me be honest with you. How can I script an hour-and-a-half interview?
Seriously, with no cuts, no nothing.
Oh yeah, look, the Tammie interview is no cuts. Same thing with look, I was like, Tammie, look, there's no questions that I can't ask you, and we're doing no cuts. So whatever you say is getting put out there. And she was like, okay. And I was like, all right, let's go.
So in conclusion, the report helps me realize that they were reconciling. They were getting jiggy with it.
Exactly.
Even if he, I don't know. Basically, he wanted to see the family. He wanted to see the people that he lost, and he thought that maybe he could see them by doing that. And my only question is, if he took all those pills, maybe he panicked and said, that's going to hurt a lot, so I'll go a different route. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't
There's
know.
a lot of things that we'll never know. Well, there's a lot of things that none of us will ever know because it was him by himself. So in the end, I still love him. We should always be aware of people and their thoughts about themselves, and we should always be cautious about the people we care about. And even if you think that they'll never do anything like that, you really still got to be there for them no matter what. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, thank you, Mr. Monster. More stuff is coming. The Tammie text messages, the Tammie.
I'll be waiting.
All right. All that good stuff is coming. I see Law back there, man, but Law coming up here to promote something, right? He ain't even here about to talk about he ain't even here about to try to talk about JDF. I swear it better be JDF and Toxicology Report. I don't want to hear nothing else. Is it JDF and Toxicology Report? Look, he's lying, guys. He is lying. Oh, we got Bushido. All right, this is one of my mods. Let's go.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? But yeah, I definitely did type it in chat, but I still
I see you back there.
Yeah, still definitely appreciate for everything that Jason has done.
Okay, what do you think about the Toxicology Report?
Well, he was really on a mission on doing that. So that's surprisingly, but remember, I definitely was ready.
All right. Well, thank you, Bushido, for coming. Thank you for being such a great mod, man. I appreciate you. And Now, I know we don't do self-promotion, but if you want to watch somebody play some old games, go check out my man Bushido. All right, Factor, where you at? You here? You ready? Now, the Factor looks serious, man. Are you part of the troll group or no? Thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. Are you a part of the troll group?
No, I actually one that gave you the toxicology report.
Oh, wow. This is the guy. I didn't think you are you know you putting your name, image, and likeness out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you handled this professionally throughout from day one to today, and you did awesome doing your part and humanizing them for us to all understand that people have their own struggles in life. Hopefully the fandom will understand and going forward treat them also as humans, not just the characters that they portrayed. Thank you for doing your part to teach us all a valuable lesson.
Hopefully I'm happy I didn't let you down because you trusted me with this.
Yes, sir.
It could have went way different, but here you. So this is the guy, guys, who gave me the toxicology report. I've had like pieces of it, but he was like, "Here's the whole thing," and I was so appreciative. We had I think, did we talk or did we? I think we spoke on the phone, and then we were texting back and forth about it because we were all interested. So thank you, the Factor. I appreciate that. Anything you want to say to the fans other than humanizing JDF?
If you guys have any struggles, reach out to those numbers. There's resources out there to help one another. Reach out to a friend, reach out to a family member, or call that 988 number and make sure that you take care of yourself and then take care of your mental health. And don't be afraid. It takes a man or a woman of courage to seek for help. You're still strong. Don't see it as a sign of weakness if you need help.
Thank you, the Factor. Great words, man. Thank you. All right, we got Steve. Can you hear me? Steve, can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. He's not. Are you a part of the troll group? Are we delayed? Are you a part of the troll group,
Never.
Steve? You sure? All right. What do you like to say?
100%.
Okay. I think we might be on a delay. Hold on. I got to remove them off stream. All right. There we go. All right. I got it. Look, when people go away, wow. Look at this, guys. Look at this. When was that taken?
Just wait.
All right. He got some memorabilia he wanted to share us.
Comic-Con 2018.
Oh, wow. Wow. So what do you think about this toxicology report? I think we on some delay.
It's closure.
Closure for you.
We are some delay, yeah.
Okay. What about the Tammie timeline? Are you interested in seeing like everything that happened between her and him leading up to his death in her interview? He's on a delay, guys.
I would be very interested, yeah.
All right.
You gotta hear all the sides of the story, and you're presenting the facts. And
okay. All right. Thank you, Steve. You on the delay, so I'm gonna have to let you go. One more question. How do you feel about Tammie?
I don't have an opinion. I think she's just victim in this, she's in the crossfire of, she has to deal with all of this, and she has to deal with the fans.
Yeah, collateral damage. All right. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you, man, for coming up and showing us the memorabilia. All right, guys. Anyone else want to come up unless you want to hear what Law is trying to promote? All right, Law, you get 30 seconds, man. 30 seconds. Law, what's up? How you feel about the toxicology report?
It was very, shocking to hear everything that went on in that toxicology report, because I have had friends who have overdosed on, certain drugs and things like that. And, it's hard to, go to those funerals. It's really, really hard to go to those funerals and
testify. You coming up next.
And it would have been really hard to go to Jason's funeral too. But what was the other question you were talking about? The Tammie thing? What was it?
How do you feel about Tammie?
I love her. You know what I'm saying? That's Jason's wife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I love his ex-wife the same. I just like, I love all his kids the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't, show size to anybody. I love everybody equally. Just,
All right.
Pretty much how, like, when you came through, you know what I'm saying? You my boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got mad love for you, that's why I did what I did for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I did what I did for Jason too. But something else that me and Jason was talking about when I had met him, I finally just
come on, man. You're going over time, and I got to bring Intensified up. Make it quick. Oh man, he promoting again. He promoted again, man. He got me with the promote. All right, and Testify. Let's go, man. You was donating to the stream. You were coming up. If you would have been the first one up, you would have came up, man. What would you like to say?
Just want to say, Jenna and Tammie, I love you guys. I miss Jason. I got Tommie's color on today.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I just want to say I miss you guys. I miss Jason, and yeah.
What you've been a top contributor, which I appreciate. What did you think about the Toxicology Report?
Well, it's sad to see. Cocaine. I didn't know he did cocaine.
I don't think not too many people knew. It could have, like I said, it could have been a one-time thing.
But he had a lot of stuff in his system, and it's kind of shocking, but it's also kind of closure at the same time.
Okay. A little bit of closure for. And how do you feel about? Oh, you said you love Tammie. How do you feel about the Facebook group?
Fuck them.
All right, Intensify. They about to be coming after you now. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, appreciate you. All right, well, it was Intensify. What we have up here, we have Steve. Sorry for the delay, but thanks for this. Been watching every update you put out on it. I appreciate this, guys. When I cover a story, I typically
dig, bro. You like to dig.
I do dig, and Tony would know. Shout out to Tony though, and he's probably crushing on
love of my life.
Which is cringe, yo. It's cringe. But anyway, guys, thank you for rocking with me tonight, rocking with the Toxicology Report. It was hard as shit to get through. Maybe I'll do a stream on Saturday. It depends on what I got going on. I got to organize all this stuff. Who is this coming up? Oh, Dom Rock. Let's go. Dom Rock. Let's go. Can you hear me? All right. Now, before you speak, let me give you a proper introduction, okay? This is a contributor to the show who disagrees with the sympathy for Tammie, so we still gonna keep it respectful. All right, so how do you feel about the Toxicology Report?
Not necessarily disagree with the sympathy, but toxicology, I think the biggest thing is intention, man. There was a lot of intention in what we found in the Toxicology Report, one way or the other, whether it was medicating through prescription, medicating through self-medication, there seemed to be a lot of intention. So I think that's, for those of us who, from a removed arm's distance, view Jason David Frank as this person, I think for someone like myself, it's like, for also somebody, who's dealt with people in this situation, it's tough to reconcile what we now know from his intentions, whatever they may be, through the Toxicology Report, versus how do you deal with a loved one and your intentions thereof, right? How do you reconcile knowing, and this goes to my only stipulation with the you never know, one person did know some things, one person did know. And it's, we don't know anything, only they know. And how do you deal with that as somebody who knows? How do you deal with knowing that this person has prescription medications, has been with you doing other things? How do you reconcile that in your care for that person? And how do you, then deal with this situation at hand where the self-deletion occurs?
I can't speak for Tammie and what she was going through.
Exactly.
But I do have the text messages, and I could definitely say she was excited to be reconciling with her husband.
Right.
And if you're excited and she was drinking too.
Sure.
As far as all the other things, we don't got no Toxicology Report on her, so I can't. Only thing I know is that, hey, they were drinking. And I told you how quick it is to go to the bathroom and do whatever you want, do some booger sugar, pop some pills. He clapped her cheeks probably before they went out or earlier that day. So she feeling good. And we know Ambien causes freaking munchies. She go down, get snacks, and he gone. But he was going way before he hung himself. And I think she probably found that out that night or right now. That, hey, he was gone. Because here's the thing. And I didn't even tell everyone this. When I got the toxicology report, I reached out to her like, do you have it? She said no. And I just sent it all over. I sent it all over to her. And she did not take it too well. But she had no idea all this was in his system. So,
yeah.
So, but anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being respectful. That's it. That's all I ask is you to be respectful. And you can respectfully disagree with the sympathy and you can respectfully disagree with her story. But at the end of the day, you're still respectful. And I wish everyone, like, you are a testament of how to disagree with people professionally, in my opinion.
Well, I appreciate that, but I do have sympathy because it's a terrible situation. Nobody, should have to go through it. Nobody deserves that, at the end of the day. But, it's a lose-lose on both ends with this. It definitely has my sympathies because, this is an irrevocable situation and it's terrible. Nobody should have to deal with it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you, Damrock, and thanks for contributing. Thanks for just being an example, man. Being an example for all the other people. And how do you feel about the Facebook group?
I don't have social media, man, so I ain't got no comments on the Facebook group, but comment about you is so much respect, man. How you handle yourself, how you handle everyone at you, whatever detraction you get, you're an example, my friend. So I greatly appreciate you. I know a lot of us do.
Oh, thank you, Damrock. And I'm gonna let you leave on that positive note, y'all. Man, put some D's in the chat for Damrock, yo. Put some D's in the chat for Damrock or Domrocks. Because that's how you do it. And with that being said, guys, I am about to, if we got any questions, y'all want to see a snippet of the Tammie interview? Like I keep teasing it. I should just put it out there. Put the D's in the chat for Damrock, man. Because yes, do I get a lot of hate? Absolutely. Absolutely. Law, man. You had your shine. You had your moment, man. You had your moment. Absolutely. I get a ton of freaking hate, a ton of hate. And sometimes it makes me laugh. And I even put some of the hate on display. It was another person who told me I needed some milk. Someone was like, hey, you need some milk, man. I'm just like, what? Like, I need some milk, man. Hey. Oh my goodness. But anyway, guys, if we got no questions, any questions? All right, this is the time. Look, see, what they don't tell you is at the end of the stream, I can say whatever I want because no one's gonna know. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes in. No one's gonna see it. Okay. And if I say something crazy, I could just cut it out, which I won't do. But any questions you want to know, even about Tammie? Tammie interview. Yes, they're like, hey, play that goddamn Tammie interview. I'm like, no. What did the report say? What drugs? I just told you guys. Is this person new? Is they trolling me? Look at this. What did the report say? What drug? Like, dude, it was everything in the system. It was a freaking pharmacy in the system, man. But anyway, like the stream on the way out. If you enjoy, yes, I enjoyed everyone's. Oh, he just logged in. He just logged in. Any chance of a Hunter interview? These are great questions. This is how I know you've been watching. No, not a chance in hell. Someone said, Henry, do you have a routine for your hair? These are the questions I want. Do I have a routine for my hair? My daughter does my hair exclusively. She brushes it. She picks out my beard. Normally that stuff is around. I mean, I wear a wave cap. I wash it. There's like a certain shampoo I use to wash it. My hairline is leaving me. Look, guys, look at my hairline. It used to be like right here. This is where my hairline used to be. That shit like, see ya. Oh, it just comes with getting old, man. It just comes with getting old. Any questions? If you wanna move up in corporate America, I am like, I ain't gonna say I am pretty high up though, but that's why I can't get too crazy. Will you keep covering the story? Yes. We got the Tammie text messages, then we got the Tammie interview. The interview is pretty good. But if I would have had this stuff prior to doing the interview would have been crazier because I could have asked about the booger sugar. I could have asked about the drug use. I could have asked about all that. I think the only thing, if I'm recalling correctly from the interview, is he was on medication for being bipolar. So like I said, it's the last, look, we had 2 hours and 40 minutes. Someone said interview part 2. If she's willing to do it, man, like, I ain't gonna front. Tammie be a wreck sometimes, man. She going through it. She lost her husband, and everyone thinks that stupid Facebook group, like, she did it. She did it, guys. And Henry's just trying to cover for her. She choked him out. She put all the pills in his stomach. She cut the dryer. She wrapped him up. She did all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did all that. Like, any chance medications Jason took would cause. Yes. And the factor, we talked about this. They said we thought it was a false positive at first, and then we went to someone else and they said no, he did that. Burger King or McDonald's for a first date. Look, man, you want to keep it player. All right, this is dated advice from Henry Resilient. You don't take them anywhere, right? You take them to like a park near a restaurant, and you say, "Hey, I'm going for a walk. Meet me at this park." And they're going to be like, "What?" You're like, "Yeah, I kind of like to stay in shape, you know. Meet me at this park." Now, if the walk go good, you walk to the restaurant. If the walk is trash or she just balk at the walk, just don't even give her your time of day. It never fails, man. I'm telling you. I even got like a little routine. But yeah, it's a certain place in my city you could walk to, and there's like a nice restaurant right there, and then there's other activities right there, and then you could, like, you know, it's a downtown area. But me personally, I prefer McDonald's over Burger King. Sorry. I like here's the thing. I like McDonald's nuggets. I like Burger King's burgers. So if you want burgers, go to Burger. Give me a Whopper, man. When I was young, I used to kill some Whoppers when they was like 99 cents. Am I showing my age? Look, the stream's over, guys. Your stream's over. No, you gonna make her walk? No, she meets me at the park and then we go for a walk. Any more? Did you ever interview Skye? Skye don't want it. Look, did I ever interview Skye? No, she don't want to interview with me. Because I can look, there's no questions off limits if you want to interview with me, and there's no cuts. There's none of that. And then I'll ask her some tough questions. She'll probably walk off the damn interview. And then y'all will see it. And you'd be like, why the hell she walk off? I was like, hey, here's the question I asked. She was like, nope. Look, we chilling. Henry, what Facebook you're talking about? Look, I'm not even going give them any clout. Can you talk more about the false positive stuff? Oh, man, I would. We talked about it, me and the Factor. We talked about the false positive stuff for the booger sugar. But the booger sugar wasn't even in his system enough to take him out. You got the 15 pills of the oxy that was going to do him over, and all the other stuff. Shaking my head. She watching. We got a woman in the chat. Hell yeah, of course. Where we at? Of course. Henry speaking facts. Yeah, you take him on a walking date. She said he killed that. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? All right. Well, if we got no more questions and we got no more people coming up, I'll leave you with my favorite JDF poem. And I wish y'all a good night. Like the stream on the way out. And I did my best, guys, covering this. This shit hard. I'll give you my favorite JDF poem. And here we go. Peace.
Fall. It's been a while since I wrote. I'm sure at times everyone has moped. But this ain't me. I don't want to go back to where I was. All I could do is pray and hope. Shake it off, but when I do, my mind says, nope. I mean, how do I deal with this? How do I even cope? I don't want to slide, but it is a slippery slope. I'm struggling, I'm grabbing, I slip because I missed the rope. My emotions are overflowing like a waterfall. The words I speak are positive. Well, at least I think they are. overall. With stress occurring regularly, it's too fast. It's a hand sign. Emotions are thrown like a curveball, but how can you even breathe when the air feels like ethanol? I mean, I want to fight back my mind. I want to brawl, but when I punch, I'm on the ground. I mean, I see the takedown. I begin to sprawl, but I miss. All I can do is crawl. Then I disappear. I'm gone. And it's just me staring at the ceiling wall. I mean, people can see my pain. You can see it in my eyeball. The sun would shine, but the darkness moves in, becomes a rainfall. I'm all over the place like a human pinball. So I delay and I begin to stall. Please, God, take my hand before I fall.